Right.
Hey everybody, welcome to the POS podcast. It is episode 165, and some people are here. I also feel like I'm the only one who has the webcam anymore.
I don't know where mine is. It sounds like my laptop one doesn't work properly. It fucks up. So
Yeah, Leo, once we get the studio set up, we're gonna have the sexiest fucking webcam set up of all time. It's happening for real.
I'm so excited. We can't afford.
But yeah, everybody's here pretty much. We got Jax, Hero, Saber, Jordan. Yeah. Also, Tom is here, but he's at Saber's place.
I am.
And we got an extra person. It's Lammy.
Woo!
Laura.
I just didn't want to get off the couch because they were doing it down here, so I'm pretend I'm not here. It's fine.
Cool.
I'm playing Pokemon.
You can have input on things if you want to.
I'm just gonna heckle.
Well, thanks, wife. And tell him this lady that she can have an opinion. How dare you?
We believe in women's suffrage, as in Laura has to suffer through this podcast with her.
I love how when we're trying to get suffrage, people are like, stop women's suffrage. And they're like, yeah, stop that. And it's like, bro, it's the right to vote, please. Why? Maybe somebody made that word that way specifically so that people would misinterpret it.
Yeah, right. I don't want women to suffer. I'm gonna suffer.
Why do you have on your... I'm not gonna say that. Why do you have on your voice?
Well, what's the thing where an abolitionist is when you don't want slavery? But I don't know why, but that sounds a lot rougher. Like it's the opposit. I'm an abolitionist.
Right.
Why would you do that?
I mean, why would you...
word is abolish.
But yeah, Saber, Tom, would you guys like to explain why you're in the same place now?
No.
I'm gay marrying Saber, so I
Fine.
can get out of the state.
Oh, you're in a poly relationship. Oh, congrats.
Those healthcare benefits.
Oh, jeez, congrats.
I'm like, we have to fix Tom's back. I have to go on my insurance. It's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a movie called Good Luck Chuck or something like that where they got married?
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing that people really
I
do
now
for real?
pronounce you Chuck and Larry or whatever that name.
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Sandler and Kevin James.
People have to do that, right? Get married just for the benefits and then divorce right thereafter?
Yes.
I
Yep.
guess.
Yeah, that's
You're
totally
like
kind of
have been married
prenuptial.
long enough to get the
Mhm.
benefits after you split up.
Right.
Prenup.
So yeah, Tom moved down to my town, and we got a place that's going to become our new home office, and as in it's his home and my office, and we're going to do a studio there, so we can do the podcast, the gaming channel, work on the videos for the gaming channel. Tom helps a lot with my main content, and yeah, just overall, it feels like we're realizing a dream we've been having for years and years and years now. And then when Tom arrived yesterday, it felt more like a New Year's get together or Momocon or something like that. But it's like, no, you're here. Like we're gonna be working.
Yeah.
I made Tom suffer things immediately. We watched something called Forget About It. And
that thing.
yeah.
That's
And then I was
dope.
dragging Tom. It was bad.
The title's like a taunt because you can't ever forget about it.
Well, congrats on all that. That's crazy.
At 10 p.m. last night, Tom was like, "Fuck you, Saber. I can't get the song out of my head." For Forget About It. Thank you. Oh, by the way, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. We both do. It's going to be an interesting chapter.
It
I'm
still hasn't
excited.
fully sunk in because I've been here more than I've been at the other place and everything's in the boxes. But a week from now, when it's all set up, and we're like, oh my god, we're doing work over here and recording things.
We got a sponsor for a couch, and the couch is all in the boxes at the home office, and I'm gonna build that tomorrow. So I think once we get things unboxed and the furniture set up, it's gonna feel a lot more homely.
The
Homey?
office.
And of
Well,
course,
homo. I mean,
homely. And then internet on Wednesday arrives, so that'll be finally,
The internet arrives. Like it's delivered.
it is dropped off the front box.
the good news is I can hotspot. The bad news is I have 2 bars of service there.
But yeah, Tom, what do you think? You're the stranger.
I mean, it's been good. I have a room, which I haven't had for half a year. It's pretty sick.
We unboxed bed.
Some privacy.
I have a door with a lock for the first time in my entire life.
Have you not had any privacy for the 6 months? Like, just none.
I haven't had privacy for 35 years.
Dude, welcome to privacy. It's pretty fucking sick. Get ready.
The cruel irony is that I have a lock on my door and nobody that would try to open it otherwise. So, well,
I'll challenge that.
okay, you can come over and just grab this lock doorknob.
I'm gonna be like Kramer. Be like, hey, no, like I felt like I put on my Mario outfit today, and I took up my go kart, and I'm like, Tom, let's go look for places so I can drive my go kart with my Mario outfit. And Tom's like, okay. And we're driving, and I'm like, this is absurd. Like, Tom's like, I can't wait to move here and unbox. And I'm like, stop, Tom, stop what you're doing. We have to go find a place to drive this Mario Kart.
And it's like, oh, it's gonna be a crazy video. It's like, no video. This is just my pet project.
Yeah, there's no video. I'm just doing that. Why?
Wait, Tom.
Yeah, are you still
35? Wait, what?
No, I'm 34. Well, I'll be 34 this year.
So will I.
But you also
Yeah, so will I.
That's true.
Yeah, me, Saber, and Tom are like the same age, like just a month
So it's
apart
racing,
each. Yeah.
Gabe, I think. No, Gabe's younger.
No, Gabe's
Oh,
younger
man.
than us.
I'm the oldest in the group, aren't I?
Yeah. By like
But
1
yeah,
month. Like I think you're
I-
1 month older than Tom. Tom's 1 month older than me.
Yes.
Cool. I'm the guy. I'm the oldest bro.
That's why you're the dad.
That's why I'm the dad. Maybe older than all of us.
That's true.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait to see the place. Because I'll be dog sitting next month. So.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's going to be exciting to like actually have like rooms of like this is a studio. This is where we can film the podcast. This is where we can do the game setup. This is where we can do the sex pits. Like it's going to be exciting.
The what?
This is the game setup.
All right. Jordan.
Hi.
You're back after a while.
There it is.
It's me. I'm here. Hello. Glad to be here.
Your
Yeah.
name is Jordan, but you have Arnold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnold's.
That's my aesthetic.
Which one is it?
Yeah, they call me Hey Fringe, and that's what they yell at me.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Just trying to fight this long overdue burnout. Content's been larger in production scale, and it's also made me rethink how I make content. So it's just been a lot of time working on that, and I'm working on a big Hey Arnold video for next month. So I've literally just been living in Hey Arnold world with all the music and everything. So
Oh,
I
Jordan, real
that'll be
fast.
exciting. Yeah.
I got something for you. So you should make a you should make a joke in your video when it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, it's me,
Ah,
Hey Arnold.
Yeah, this guy gets it.
Hey everyone, it's me. No, Gerald, come here. We have to.
Like,
We have to
nailed
find
it.
Wilbur. He ran away.
I was watching Hey Arnold like God, 22 years ago, and I thought of that joke. And I'm like, I gotta pass it off to somebody.
You just
I'm the
gotta
person
whoever
No.
you commission that art for your thought on Twitter. Just do the same thing. Here, draw this up.
Please, I can't do it. I will pay. Yeah, somebody said, and I saw a reply where someone said, Saber just revealed his hand. He can afford art on a whim. He'll have to go down during the uprising." Like, no.
I want to buy some art. I'll just commission someone. I haven't commissioned someone in a while.
I paid the exposure. Oh, good.
I've been getting a lot of the your character here things for my pony. The latest one I got with the my pony coming out of the Game Boy cartridge. That was really cool.
Yeah. I saw someone drawing like a 4-panel comic, and they're like, "It's $60," and the artwork is great. I'm like, "What is happening? This could easily be like $300. Like, what are you doing?"
I guess they gotta find their foundation, and then
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah,
I think some artists do that, where they're like, you have, you should be charging hundreds of dollars for your work, and it's like, yeah, but
I need the customers first.
You have to start somewhere, and then you can raise it. And it's not to say you have to undersell, there's nothing wrong with somebody lowering their sights just to get a customer base and then raise it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just maybe it's me. I just feel guilty. I'm like that's so worth
Yeah.
so much more money than that.
If that's the case, like if you do like commission somebody, just pay them more
Just
anyway.
throw extra money.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
tip
tip-
them.
yeah.
It's like the most humbling thing ever. Artists like it's like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I think my work was worth more than I was asking for. Super
Mhm.
humbling.
Fair.
Um,
It's like I tipped you 400%.
Jax, what have you been up to?
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's really nothing really.
I
Just
know
watching Digimon and working.
Yeah, I know you've also been working on that Spider-Man video.
Oh yeah, the Mega Spider-Man video, like my Mega TMNT. Yeah, that one's challenging. There's
Super
fun.
hyped.
Thanks, man. That one, Tom, you'll love it because there's a section. Oh, I guess there's what 40 people here. Okay, yeah, So there was a section that I thought was gonna go by pretty smoothly because I was like, oh well, this character only appeared in blah 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 and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I can do this. But then I remembered Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 have video games. So I was like, oh, I get to look at all the characters from the video games. So I get to replay those and do all this. That was fun. And then for Amazing Spider-Man had video games. So there were characters in that. So I was like, oh, I get to look at them too. So that's just a whole thing that I had a whole fun with. Like that was super fun. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Just that work and programming out next week. I said I'll be good. New hybrid theory. Go get it if you want gains for summertime. Good. Yes.
Cool.
Tiring.
Hero, what about you?
I'm watching Digimon next.
Yeah, watching Digimon. Yeah.
Bro, Digis.
I've been working on watching
Digimon and Elden
Digimon.
Ring, right?
I played a little bit of Elden Ring because I wanted to see what everyone was on about. I think I fought the first story boss really way too early because it was extraordinarily hard and it took me 3.5 hours. But I beat it.
Did you feel pride and accomplishment?
I felt like I should have leveled up more. I was level 20. I don't think that's when you're supposed to fight it.
Ooh.
But
I don't know what level I was, but I also was
Mhm.
playing sorcerer, so I could just run away and lasers at it.
But yeah, it's like it is this weird thing of Elden Ring is definitely the best open world game that exists. I don't think it's hard for me to say that. It still doesn't matter because I hate open world games.
Have you played Spider-Man yet?
No,
Yeah, exactly.
I have
So
not.
play Spider-Man and talk. There you go. Yeah.
I've not played Spider-Man yet.
Yeah.
It's just I'm having a hard time imagining that Spider-Man's gonna be the one that I hated every open world game. Spider-Man.
You like Spider-Man 2 for
Elden Ring's world
PS2.
wasn't
I
enough.
did. Say
Spider-Man's not going to tip the scales.
Spider-Man 2.
You
was
like Spider-Man 2
fun.
for
I
PS2.
did.
So
Yeah.
there you go. You'll like this.
We'll see.
Case settled.
Look, Jax, I love Spider-Man PS4, but how many times did you stop that same car?
Oh
four-
yeah, that fucking,
Yeah.
that stupid bitch shit. I just like the swinging. Swinging's therapeutic.
That's
I will say that in Elden Ring, I finally got enough dexterity to use a sword that I got off of a boss. And that was honestly the most exciting thing. I was like, ooh, the weapon that I acquired, I get to actually use it now. It felt nice. And then I hit things with it. I'm like, oh, that's thrice the damage I was doing. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Oldest Elden Ring. The real games
All
come-
this Elden Ring? I talked about it for 4 minutes in total.
the real game is coming out next week. Kirby.
Right back at ya.
I love how you posted that. You're like, the children played Elden Ring. It's time for the men to play Kirby. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you. This isn't a hot take, at least in this group.
Yeah. But anyway, as far as what I've been doing, I've been getting a lot more into Pokemon again recently because of Pokemon Legends. What I've been watching Digimon too, with you guys. But yeah, I picked up Shield since I had never played it, and with the expansion pass, and I've been like trying to fill out the Pokedex in Pokemon Home. I have like 100 Pokemon left to get in Pokemon Home, which I should be able to get them, except for like some of the mythical ones that are only given out through events. I have like most of the mythicals through like generations 1 through 5 because of like previous generations that I've played, except for like Genesect, I think. But yeah, I would just have to wait for those to like be distributed.
Game Shark. Those still exist, right?
Cool.
That stuff blew my mind when I first saw Game Shark. Are you kidding me?
I can get you?
I was playing F-Zero because that also came out. You can just type in a code to get all of the ships, and I was like, well, cars, excuse me. And I was just like, remember codes?
Yeah.
But cheat
Okay.
codes, yeah.
Codes.
I miss cheat codes.
Dude, I miss Big Head mode.
Dude.
Yeah, bobblehead.
That is something where are just codes like
Yeah,
Let's
they're really good at
go.
it.
what
They did him from Doom, but you had to do some convoluted bullshit to get 'em.
Microtransactions.
Yeah,
Why
some
would you cheat
bullshit,
for free when they can sell them to you instead.
stupid shit.
we have fallen. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't the Ukraine conflict. It was then get rid of codes. That was
Mhm.
Ukraine could use codes
Mhm.
too soon.
No.
I guess need some levity sometimes. But like I remember like real quickly, if you don't mind me, like because I had a cheat code book. What was y'all's go-to gaming method?
Gaming magazine?
Nintendo Life.
The PlayStation
Game
magazine.
Pro.
Everybody had a different answer.
Nintendo
EDM
Power.
for me.
Dude. Yes.
There's a reason why you
Yes.
keep moving
This
here.
is why I'm here.
Hmm.
Electronics Gaming Month. I love that one.
Did you read the Shu and Chan comics in there
Yes, I did.
too? Did you know that guy's still making videos on YouTube right now
Are you serious?
with those characters? And I follow him on Twitter, and he is criminally underrepresented.
Send me a link. Like, that's a throwback. I mean,
There's
go ahead.
I was gonna say Game Fan was another one I really liked.
Like,
Mhm.
first Game Pro, and then official PlayStation when they started doing the demo.
Whichever one gave me free demos or was attached to my GameStop rewards.
There was an issue of EGM that did an article. Its entire issue, like the main story, was about like M-rated games back in the day. And I was like, oh my god, like they're showing a pixelated boob. And I was like, this is the hottest thing ever. And I'm like, and mother will be none the wiser. It's a gaming magazine, Mom. I need to buy this. And yeah, I treasured that magazine. It was special.
Now you can't open the pages.
Right.
Yeah. That's why I liked Game Fan magazine, because there was a specific section of that had like some of the import Japanese games, and there was some art, official art of some of the characters there. I was like, I'm gonna keep this.
It's a throwback, though.
So good.
Before we get
What do you
into the topics and stuff, first of all, for Q&A for the second part of the show, you can ask questions through a super chat or ask us on Twitter. But before we get into actual topics, there's an announcement that we want to make here, and that is the stuff with Momocon. Since we're on the site now.
What? Are you announcing us right now?
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah, we're going.
This was very well planned out.
Yeah, I literally messaged you and you said nothing.
I mean,
He was too busy riding around on a go-kart dressed in a Mario costume.
no priority.
But I figured it was okay since, like, I mean, we're on the site now, so
It's not that, Pele. You gotta do like AC Race Bus. We're like, we are going to Momocon.
okay.
Do it.
Best race
Yeah.
impression, go.
Yeah, I'm not going to impersonate
Do it.
Race.
Do it yourself though. Get all pumped and announce it.
Woo!
Well, we're going to Momocon. We haven't been there in like since 2019, so it's this is the first
I've
in-person
I've been
one
there,
they've had.
never.
Yeah, this is the first the first in-person one that they're going to have since 2019. There was a little like small thing that they had in December that was like a Winterfest thing, but that was only 2 days. This is going to be the full 4-day con in Atlanta.
Who's Momo?
From Avatar.
Yeah, Momo from Avatar.
Wow, they got their own con? That's crazy.
Yeah, Avatar's a pretty good show, you know.
I have
It only
heard
took me 5 times to get into it.
Yeah. But yeah, Momocon, it's a multi-genre convention in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been there 2 years before. We went in 2018 and 2019, and it's a lot of fun. Lots of stuff to do there. We've done we did a lot of panels there in 2019, and we're going to be doing a lot of panels this year too, depending on which ones get accepted. So, but yeah, me, Saber, and Jax are official guests at the moment, and Hero's going to be going. Tom, are you going as well?
I mean, I might as well.
Cool.
Momocon is so much fucking like Ray's actually might go.
Yeah.
He actually has been messaging me because he called me and he was like, "Dang it, I want to go." I think when he realized that so many folks were going, he's like, "I want to go." So yeah. Actually, at this point, it might end up being a homocon, like, or homocon momocon.
I mean, that was a good place.
Yeah, it's pretty great. We gotta get Matt out there somehow.
But yeah,
Bring him to-
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of guests here. Like I think Pan is also going. Pan Pizza for Rebel Taxi. He's not on the site yet, but he's probably gonna go. He went the last couple of years.
Oilers for guests. Paleo.
But yeah, Bill Farmer's going, the voice of Goofy. Let's see, Phil Lamar is going. Greg Sipes.
The voice of Mickey.
Yeah, it's Phil Lamar first. Yeah, the voice of Mickey is also going.
What?
Yeah,
And for Tom. And I'm like desperate for them to be like Keith David. I'm like,
But yeah, like a lot of voice actors and stuff are going as well.
it's like the thing where I'm like, I don't have a type, and it's like character's voiced by Keith David. Just like, sure.
Oh, there's somebody named Mega Ran going. I definitely read that as Mega Man. I was like, straight up, the Mega Man.
The Mega Man? The
Actual
Mega Man?
We just wanted to meet Mega Man.
It's about time.
But yeah, it should be fun. The vendor hall there is always very fun. There's like a lot of stuff there. Like for anything, like games, anime, cartoons. So I'm excited.
Pretty excited. You guys have been hyping up this. You're always like, that's like.
No, this one it's like the way we go to pony convention, and it was like all brand new at first, and then we got used to it. That's what I feel for this is like, oh my god, this is like a brand horizon. I'm so excited.
You guys should try to change the gating on your microphone.
Yeah, you guys are cutting out
the
of
end
it.
of your sentences.
Oh wait, is it too low or too high?
It's too your gate is too high. I would make it lower so it doesn't cut off the end of your sentences.
Turn it up or turn it down?
I think you're turning up the gain. Is that what you're
There's a
doing?
reason we pay Matt for this.
Right, no kidding.
Okay, are you turning up your gain? Okay, if it's gain, turn it up. If it's your gate, turn it down.
Oh, the gate.
I just turned the gain up. Is that better or what?
That should be fine.
I'm also.
They're both gonna do the same thing. It's fine. Or
Someday
they're both
we'll-
gonna solve the same problem. They're not gonna do the
Fix
same
the
thing.
microphone. But until then, one day.
Yes. Okay. We're in there.
But yeah, Momocon is Memorial Day weekend. That is the last weekend of May. So it's in like 2.5 months.
Wait, the voice of Legacy from Beastars is gonna be there? Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, can we have him say more cringe things? I love that video so much. Where he was saying like the cringe sentence. Oh my god, I loved it. I'll pay him money.
Before I pay Steve Downs to do lines from Arby and the Chief, a web series. You know that?
Who doesn't know Arby the Chief?
So many people don't.
Oh,
I just wanted to
Classic.
say sad
what
face.
kid who grew up in the 2000s?
Making my text tone.
That's a
Oh.
classic internet staple.
Oh my god, I'm glad I'm not alone. People I talk to have no idea what I'm talking about.
You talking about Arby's?
Arby and the Chief.
Arby's has the beef?
Yes.
Get out of here.
All right. So yeah, that'll be fun. But now let's go on to topics and stuff. First one, we're going to be talking about The Boys Diabolical. I know Jax and I at least watched like all of it. I know Saber. Saber, how many did you watch, or did you only watch a few?
I watched all of them.
You watched all of them? Okay, cool. Jordan, have you watched any of them yet?
Nope.
Okay. But yeah, The Boys Diabolical is a anthology series based on the Boys universe. And each episode is like its own little separate story, and they're all in different animation styles from different studios.
It's like the Animatrix, but for the boys.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're mostly like sort of like sillier like little stories from that universe, but they're still very violent. But yeah, there's like one from like the Rick and Morty studio, one from a couple of anime studios that made it, and I think two of them, or maybe more, were from the studio that did Invincible. But yeah, I just watched all of these today, and apparently the last one is also like a canon thing. It was sort of like a flashback episode, but apparently it's canon to the series.
That's how they make sure you're watching.
Yeah. But yeah, that the first one is definitely the most like out there as far as like how removed it is from the series itself, because it's basically like an Animaniacs or Looney Tunes type of short.
Are you sure? There's a specific episode
Right.
a little bit more out there.
Right.
It had something to do with poop.
Oh yeah, that one.
Oh, that
yeah,
was
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, that beautiful episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's very out there
Use
as
was
well.
the word
Yeah.
I used,
Yeah.
but that's an option.
Yeah. This is great. I
I'm
had
so
fun
glad
with the
that
show.
that episode featured a certain hero, and I was like, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was great. The whole scene was great. I like how they referenced the comics in one episode where they literally get the designs. They use Huey's
Oh,
design for
yeah,
the comic
yeah,
in the
yeah.
Mass comics.
I didn't-
That
I
was
didn't-
really good.
Yeah, I didn't know if that one was also like the Invincible people or not, because it kind of looked like
I think it was.
animation style. Yeah.
I think it was them because yeah, that was like straight out the comic, like how they were designed and stuff like that, and the fact that they all fly and stuff like that because they have different powers in the comic books if you read them. So
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, because I saw one
Uh,
character fly. I was like, wait a minute. Like,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
like
she
this
could-
is
yeah,
like
they
a
can do
different
that.
interpretation of the characters.
All of them can fly. Like I think all the and besides like A-Train and stuff like that, but like they also change races and stuff like that too. That's why Huey looks like Simon.
Oh yeah, Simon Pegg.
Yeah, from like the one who voiced like that's why he's designed that way, and he plays his dad in the show, the one from Hot Fuzz. So that was good. So I'm just gonna go over this episode because I marathoned them all in like one day because I was like, oh fuck, I've been waiting for this. So
All right,
episode
I'm
one.
Hold on, I'm gonna put up a.
Do you want me?
spoiler tag.
I'm not gonna
Yes.
spoil them. I was just gonna give my like opinion on.
Oh
if you
yeah,
want.
sure.
Okay, I mean, I
Yeah.
can spoil. Oh, never mind. Yeah, wow. Okay, so first episode, Looney Tunes one. That was cute. It was fine. Stuff like that. I thought it was, pretty entertaining for what it was. Wasn't my favorite though. It was just like, okay, this classic thing. I can see what they're doing. Second one, it was just that was literally like a Rick and Morty episode. Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
literally,
it
that's all it was. Was literally
basically
a Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
No, it was literally like one of those shows they watch on the TV that's fucked up. Where it's just like, oh yeah, like this is you get your thing, and they did the stammering talk, like yeah, so that's my power, yeah, shit like how they talk in Rick and Morty.
Papers.
So like, papers, man. So yeah, that was funny. That one was like I wasn't. I think I should have expected it because it's Rick and Morty, but like, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but the ending to that I was like, oh damn, that's kind of fucked up. But then it's like one of the characters has an ability, and I'm like, that would be really busted if you just decide to just like, use that for like certain things. But we'll talk about that in a second. What was the third episode? Third episode was
The one with the drug guy.
Drug guy. Oh yeah. That one straight out the comic books. Loved it. Loved the design. I love how they were just like, yeah, we're just gonna get as gruesome as fucking possible because these two people are pieces of shit. They deserve it. So I'm just like, oh yeah. I was like, because like once the boys is great. Like the boys is like the Invincibles comic where they have a character who's like super despicable, and they'll just be like, okay, so you heard or seen them do despicable shit, so they're gonna get fucked up bad. And so like the two people who did fucked up, I love that. That was beautiful. That was beautifully gory. Ep 4 was Ep 4 the poop one, or how many episodes were there again?
There was 8.
8. Yeah, there was 8.
There were.
Hold on. What was the next one after? I can't remember.
That was I think it was the one with the cream.
The what?
The cream, the Envision cream.
Oh yeah, the cream where she like the furry girl and they fucking like that was good.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, we're getting to the furry stuff.
I love how it was like one of the questions was like, "Stop fucking your pet, bro." It's just I love that. That was great.
The end of that one was so on brand for the boys, though.
Yeah. No, because it was like, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? It was just like literally, you cannot trust those people.
Yeah, it almost seemed like, oh, they're gonna get a nice ending. Nope.
No, you know damn well what was gonna happen after spamming that shit. So that was funny. Was 5 the crap one? Like literally.
Yeah, the literal shit one. Yeah.
My mom loved that episode. That was her favorite one. She was laughing her ass. She was cackling hard like at that fucking episode. So yeah, that one was funny. That like it was obviously meant to be like super cringy with what they were doing, and then the fact that one superhero appears in it, I was like Saber said, that is so valid. That one. Perfect. Yeah, because it's like, yeah, that one's such a bitch anyway. So yeah, you deserve that. So it was hilarious. Oh god.
For that episode, like there are moments where I was like, hit or miss, but overall I was surprised I liked it more than I thought I would hate it.
Right, exactly. Then what was 6?
That was the one with
was that Nubian?
No, yeah, the Nubian one. Yeah, the Nubian. Okay, yeah, now I remember. Yeah, the Nubian one. That was great. I like how they gave a shot at like Black Panther with the whole thing of just like, it's like they speaking in those freaking like African accents, but then it's just like, hey, what happened to that accent? Shit, I'm from Brooklyn, sis, or some shit like whatever. Like he fucking just like code switched immediately back, and that was great. And then the way that episode played out was just it reminded me of a Boondocks episode with like what they did with the fucked up shit like that happened. I was like, oh god, that's effed up, but that was magnificent. 7. I'm surprised fucking Andy Samberg can do something so heartfelt.
Right,
I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, it was fucking nuts. Like I was just like, is this like gonna be something funny?
Hey, and heads up. Tom didn't finish 7 or 8, so
I'm not gonna spoil it. Spoil it. Okay, yeah, 7 I thought was like, no, I'll say 7 was very beautiful, and I was like, okay, that's great. And then 8, like Paleo said, prequel. I will say this, like, since it's a prequel, and again, I'm not gonna spoil anything here, I think it does a great job of doing that thing where they give you a character who's as despicable as like, the character shown in it, and they show their origins and what happened to them. And it's like, fuck, you are a horrible, terrible person, but I kind of got some sympathy for you right there. It's like, oh god, like it's just like, fuck, dude. Like, cause that was like, there was a whole part where it's just like, they are trying to be better, but then it's just like, oh, fucked up. So yeah, it's just shit happens. So yeah.
There was a moment that Tom made an observation that killed me, where we're watching the show, and I was like, man, it goes to show you there's no good guys, there's no bad guys. It's all made up. The only constant is this massive corporation that controls the world. And then Tom's like, brought to you by Amazon.
Yeah. Well, no, what's hilarious about it is when you think about it, Amazon who's run by Jeff Bezos, who looks like a very certain supervillain, has 2 superhero shows with 2 evil supermen. So I'm just throwing it out there. Fucking Omni-Man, Homeland, Jeff Bezos, Lex Luthor. You know what? You're fucking shit. Like, it's fucking crazy.
What was you said? You said that Amazon's so like invincible, no pun intended, that they can like take shots at themselves and not be threatened.
Yeah, they're just like, whatever. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You need Prime.
But you're still gonna buy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good and not Amazon.
Yeah. You're gonna wait 2 days for delivery? I don't think so.
You're right.
Damn straight. Mm,
All right, but yeah,
fun show.
yeah, we'll talk more about the boys in a little bit. But next thing, let's talk about another thing that came out on Friday, and that is Turning Red, the new Pixar
Right,
movie.
well,
Yeah, that fucking movie.
Hey, Paley, what's on the list for our topics again? Just let me see here.
But you
Yeah.
didn't watch? You watched it?
Yeah, you
No.
watched
I'm gonna no. Shut up. For Laura with spoilers, because I want to see if she wants to come back downstairs and talk about Turning Red. And she also saw the Batman too. You haven't
She's
seen
saw
that?
Yeah,
Batman?
I
Okay.
saw the Batman.
Yeah, okay.
I've
Let me go get Laura. We're back.
No, he wants to go talk about Turning Red. So I'll talk about Turning Red. I thought this was the most cringy fucking movie that
Base taste.
accurately represented my childhood, that I am so glad that they finally made, and that I think that parents should stop bitching because you were 13 once, and it's like it's like they have some Kids Next Door memory eraser. Where
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, oh, I didn't do anything when I was fucking 13. It's like, shut the fuck up. You probably did all sorts of cringe shit. It's just like, fuck you. Well, let me say this. Okay, so starting off, I was not looking forward to this movie. I just was, it didn't grab me. None of the trailers grabbed me. And you know what's funny about this? Like, this is like going along with this, but like me and Hero, we were watching Digimon last night and we were talking about how like aesthetically, like it like originally it didn't grab us, but then like, you know, we watched it and it was like pretty good, solid film. But then like both of us have this thing with like Luca, which might be like one of the best movies ever seen. I don't know, but like I started to watch Luca after it, and I don't know, I had to go do some work afterwards. But this has happened twice where I just haven't finished Luca. Like I get to the part where like the one guy gets on land, and then like he's like, "Oh, I'll going back to my sea," and so like I'll check it out sometime eventually. Like I like, but
Wait,
that
so you didn't care for Luca?
no. We were talking last night. Me and Hero were talking about the aesthetics of how like this movie didn't grab us initially, and then like we were talking about Luca, how that didn't grab us either, and how I've tried to watch Luca twice, but like I had to go get work done, and I never felt the need to finish it because I only saw like the first 15 minutes of it. So like, and then Hero was like, "Oh, it might be like the greatest fucking movie you've ever seen." I was like, "I don't know. I need to check it out." So I'll make a time to watch it later. But
it's like how like it took you years to finish Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. Okay, that was. Not well. That was an accident.
Years.
That was an accident. No, okay. No, we're getting off topic. I'll tell you in a second, Jordan, fellow Jordan. Okay, I love your Hey Arnold thing, by the way. So when I watched this movie, I started off. I'm like, okay, aesthetics. Okay, I'm digging how this is moving. I'm digging the music. I was surprised at how much I was digging the music. I was like, okay, and then
really quickly, are these spoilers or no spoilers?
no, I'm not spoiling anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say like the aesthetic. I was like, the music. I was like, oh, I'm really digging the music for this. The characters, they're making me giggle. They're making me laugh. Like, all right, this isn't too bad. And then like 15 minutes go by, and again, this isn't a spoiler or anything like that. But like, there's this scene in the bathroom. And like for years, I thought this was just like from when the trailer dropped, I thought like, oh, this is just a girl turns into a monster movie. I completely like I've seen like so many kids turn into monster movies, like it's ridiculous. And so like when they got to the bathroom and it clicked on me why the movie was called Turning Red, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. And then like after that, I was just like, okay, now I'm curious how this movie goes. And then for the most part, I would say I enjoyed it, and I'm not gonna when we get to spoilers, I'll talk about it. But like, I would say like I enjoyed a good 85% of the movie, but like there is this one little trope they do in like near the end, like prior to the end, which I see in so many media that I thought we were getting past. That it sort of made me go, oh, fuck, here we go again with this. How long is this gonna last? And so like it's just like it always like every time I see it, it just sort of takes me out of a thing. And then like, but thankfully it wasn't too long. And then yeah, I really enjoyed the ending. The ending was hype, and yeah, I thought it was a good movie.
The controversy feels so stupid because I feel like folks are just angry and they're not actually talking about a movie. It's like everyone's just angry.
They forgot they were kids once. They literally have went through the KND fucking like memory eraser and forgot that they were children who did cringe shit. So it's just
I feel like a lot of people, the people who are upset, were. This is gonna sound so bad as far as like as if like I'm looking down on other people, but. I feel like a lot of the people who are upset, the way that they're talking about things, were never creative as kids. Because
normies, fucking normies.
Because there's a certain scene which I'll get into when we get into spoilers. There's a certain scene where I'm like, I did that, like I definitely did that as a kid.
I still got shit in mine in the attic.
Yeah.
Shit, I still do that, okay?
I just don't understand the weird backlash it had before even coming out, and then right when it did, parents shouldn't let their kids see this. This movie's too adult. It's literally about adolescence and growing. Like, I don't understand. We've seen so much worse in PG movies. This is not even.
Yeah,
Jordan,
it really baffled me.
I think I know what. I think everyone's so charged up online and hair triggers to make folks go off that the fact that it's quote unquote Cal Arts and features teenage girls is enough to make people go off the deep end. Like if these weren't like they could have all been girls, but if they were like I don't know something a bit more palatable like rats, or monsters.
That's the difference. I'm sorry. Yeah, it needs to be toys or rats or monsters or aliens, all that stuff.
But the fact that they're humans with CalArt faces was enough to make folks go, that's not the Pixar I remember.
Okay, then don't watch it if you're not interested. Simple as that, man.
Exactly. And also, let's just not beat around the bush. They're gonna be on something else next week. They're gonna forget it. This is gonna blow over.
Oh yeah, they're gonna go off to the next.
This happened so many fucking times now. You can make a game out of it. Like, oh, rabble. Oh, so anyways, this happened.
Too is that like literally, Luca rebel against the parents. Encanto, like a few months ago, and Mirabelle's rebelling against her parents or her grandmother, her family. It's like, my gosh, like why now? Why does it matter? That's my thing. Is why does it matter in Turning Red? Why are you all so put off? And I'm like, it's because it's teenage girls, isn't it? Is that? I'm like, I hate when I hear rhetoric like that because I'm like, people can't be that stupid or that basic. And I'm like, oh dear God, they actually are. Like Tom was reading some of the audience reviews. Turning Red on Rotten Tomatoes, and we also watched this one Christian dad YouTube channel who was bringing out Bible verses of why like Turning Red Satanism, and we're like, what the? Did we die? Like, is this how? Are we turning red?
We were like Plato and Aristotle for like a whole day after watching this movie, doing a deep dive on the whole fucking thing.
To me, it was so interesting off like the jump, man. Like taking place in 2002. Like we're getting movies.
Yeah,
like
I was 13 in 2002.
Like that is cool to me. It takes place in Toronto. That is a unique drop that we don't see too often in films. And you have a unique character with a unique story. And I'd never get this argument. Oh, I can't relate to this character, therefore I cannot watch this movie. I don't understand it. I can't relate to 99% of films I watch. That's why I watch them.
Right.
I can't relate to a rat.
Jurassic Park, I'm not a dinosaur. I can't relate to a serial killer. Oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Wait. I feel like
hard time with
anime. I am a real person.
Metaphor was that?
Well, it's this thing. No.
Well, I'm just so glad that like also in Turning Red, we get to enjoy culture. We get to see a people that we don't really get to see on the screen too often. Like Canadians are so interesting to me, And sorry.
Oh, you betcha, eh?
The old switcheroo here. No,
they dropped a sorry in there.
They did say a sorry. Yeah.
They did say
I'm sorry.
But no, you're right though, Tom. Like the metaphor is like it's like why why can't you all see what the panda is about? And I thought also the movie's pacing was exceptionally good. I loved
Yeah.
the pacing.
Very fast movie.
Yeah.
Which a lot of
I
people
just-
were like, "Oh, I watched it for 5 minutes and turned it off," and it's like, "Oh my god, you turned it off!"
So you have no opinion.
Like after the
I
intro.
think because like okay, people got really upset about this movie when the trailer dropped, and then there's a lot of reviews, like audience reviews, where they're like, I couldn't get past the first 10 minutes, and like the first 10 minutes is the same footage from the trailer where May's like introducing herself, and it's like very kind of like rapid fire, flamboyant, because it's like trying to just like show her like kind of like her personal energy. And then like after that introduction scene's done, the movie kind of slows down a bit because we're no longer directly in her perspective. We're just following her through the journey, and like the editing gets a little bit more tame and the visuals calm down a little bit. And like that scene, I'll admit the first like 5 or so minutes I was like, is this going to be the whole movie? Because I don't know if I can handle this. But like that whole scene is very much to show like her inner personality, and then cut to how it's being repressed when she's at home. And so like it's an intentional choice, but I think a lot of people just got turned off by that because that's when like the face was like full bean mouth, and it was very just like overly expressive to kind of like sell that representation of her. And like I guess people are just too smooth brained to like wait 10 more minutes, you know? And like and also I don't want to give humanity this little credit.
You should, Tom.
It seems like maybe
You
it's
shouldn't.
because the movie legitimately says in the first 5 minutes, it like states about not listening to your parents instead of just implying it with every action the character takes in a movie with all these other Disney films. And people are just like, oh, they said the thing, and now I'm mad. I've no
Where did that rhetoric come from? Like the whole rebel against your parents, because that's been a trope, not just in Disney, but in so many kids' films and films in general forever.
Yeah,
It's literally ingrained in cinema. Rebel teen or rebel young kid rebels against their parents.
You know what's so funny about that?
Such a common thing.
What's hilarious about that now is like, since like most of us are in our 30s or late 20s, like back then it was like, hey, Dad, what are you talking about? I'm a grown up. I'm 13 years old. And like when you were a kid, like, yeah, you tell him. Like now it's like, shut your little ass up. You listen to your parents, okay? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm 16. I'm grown. Shut the fuck up.
Do you think it's because people who are like in their 30s, who were 13 at the time this movie takes place in, because it feels real? And like you have the overly controlling parents who see themselves in May's mother and be like, she's right, because that's how I act with my kids.
Yeah, probably. No, that's probably what you're Tom.
I don't know, because like, I mean, like Tom, me, you, and Saber were 13 in 2002.
Yeah, how old was everyone in this call? Like in 2002? Because I was 11.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you don't want to talk? You a little baby. Wait. 8 years old, little baby. 8 years old. Lord, little baby. I'm sorry. I do that to Katie every time. Our friend Katie every time.
The director of the movie is 34, which was like Jim Gizzard made a good point, saying, "Is this the first Pixar directed film where the creator grew up watching Pixar?"
Right.
And, oh wow, that's a perspective right there. Yeah, Domi, she directed the Bao, the animated shorts.
Bao was great. I like that one a lot.
Oh yeah, Bao was good.
Yeah, she there's a cool documentary called "Embracing the Panda" on Disney Plus. And you know what? I guess at the core of it all is like, this is a good movie, you know, and it's all the like the rabble around it where I'm like, fuck, it's been hijacked. Like, we're not talking about the movie. We're just being angry.
This was someone's story. Like, this felt like a very personal story, and it was a very expressive way of letting that out. And I enjoyed like, I just don't understand the issues surrounding something as innocent as this film is.
Yeah. In relation to the what is it? I can't relate. Like, I get that she's like a girl and not everyone's a girl, and she's young and not everyone's young. Like, everyone goes through puberty, like, and has an awkward phase. How is this not relatable? I don't. It's like one of the most relatable movies they come out with. Like,
I think Saber's right. I think the fact that it's like such a contemporary setting with like such a specific character that like people are just like, unable to like extract like the metaphor of it, and so they're just be like, it's a girl going through girl things. I can't step back and realize this is all a metaphor for like being uncomfortable and growing up. It's
yet-
just a Chinese girl and I'm a white man. What the fuck?
Even
yet-
so, it's a
yeah, we
girl
all
going
relate.
through girl things, but like
Where's the
guys go through things too. You could just be like, she's going through things. I've been through things.
I can't relate to these things, but you give me a robot in the future who's making trash cubes, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I feel that. No words are said. I feel that. Nothing said.
Give me a thick ass mom on screen punching people, and I'm good. I got you.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I too was an old man who lost his wife and raised a little Asian boy. No, that's the weakest argument when folks are like, it's not inclusive, and I'm like, motherfucker,
Expand your horizons. Oh
were
my
you a
god.
dinosaur once? Like who a cowboy dinosaur? You fucking idiot!
I mean,
like-
talking like dinosaurs.
And cowboys.
Right. I just find
Damn, got me.
that entire argument. If someone says I didn't like it because it was too fast, or I didn't like the visuals, or the characters didn't jam with me, that's fine. But when folks say I can't relate to it, I'm like, look at the pool of content from Pixar, because
So you
that's
have
your
no empathy.
Was that?
You have no empathy.
Yeah. So maybe if the girls were like little creatures, like I don't know, balloons or I don't know, or literal souls, you know.
But you know they are at one point they were a red panda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there
They're
you
a
go.
creature.
Relate to that.
No.
I know most of those reviews we were reading were like, the panda was cute though.
Well, I relate to a Gretzko, but I don't relate to this girl.
You know, the film doesn't really. The only good scenes are the panda scenes.
You know, Pixar just finally asked the question too far. What if people had feelings? That's just I can't relate to that at all.
You
No,
can't,
I
you
think
can't
they
do that.
peaked when feelings had feelings. That was the peak.
I don't think what I want to say is a spoiler, but just in case it is, I'll wait until we go into spoilers. Actually,
Okay, yeah. I was gonna go into spoilers because there's some things I do also want to bring up. So let's go into spoilers. You can mute the stream while I have the spoiler tag up, and I'll take it down, and then you can
Spoiler alert:
unmute.
the panda's blue.
Dabba-dee-dabba-da.
Well,
Just like
that's
the
it.
other
This
thing.
movie's not
So-
Christian enough for me.
So one
Because
thing
the
I
panda's not a Christian.
one thing I wanted to bring up about like May, the main character, and how when she first realizes that she's starting to have feelings and she starts drawing, and then she goes like under her bed and starts furiously drawing, like
I felt that.
yeah, like I've known girls like that too, many of them that are like, I need to draw like as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then I was there as a kid as well, where I would draw things. I was like, I find this attractive, I'm gonna draw it.
Yeah. Same.
But teenagers having emotions and liking things are just disgusting.
Yeah.
There was one person on my Twitter kept like posting over and over and over, whereas like I can't believe the panda pimped itself out for money. It's teaching little girls to pimp themselves out for money, and I'm like, how'd you draw that from? Like, did some girl on Twitch not say your name when you donated? Calm down.
I guess I have two things to bring up, and they're both kind of in the same vein. It's like I saw some arguments online, of course, where people were just like, "This is like the horniest movie Pixar's ever made." I was like, "Don't horny! It's just fucking a girl going through puberty. Like, why do you
Just say puberty. That's all you need to say.
Like,
Hormonal
I
puberty.
get what they're going for, but I'm just like, don't think about it from that angle. Don't use the word horny. She's fucking 13. Like, just she's going through puberty, man.
That's weird that people were very weirdly making it like this movie's sexual because she has her period. Like, what are you talking about?
It's like a natural fucking part of life.
What are you talking about?
I'm so furious.
The movie showed pads in it. Oh my gosh, cancel it now.
Yeah,
There's
wow.
like, people are like, oh my god, they talk about periods in this movie. It's so I the parent, I'm the one who should be telling my children about periods,
But you
not a
fucking
movie.
don't.
But it's like, wait, they never say period in the movie.
No, but
They
they
don't.
say drugs.
No visuals like
drugs.
you with
say
your
drugs.
brain.
They said
know what
drugs.
it means.
They
But
say
if your
drugs.
kid is like, "Mommy, what are they
They
talking
say
about?"
stripper
You
music.
can explain to them what a
They
period is.
said stripper. I'm
You
doing
did
weed
nothing
and going to
wrong.
a strip
You're
club now.
projecting your adult perspective onto
Oh.
your children.
Tom, we should share with them. So yesterday, Tom and I were like, okay, you know what? Let's see if we can find some reviews for Turning Red that are actual, like, why they didn't like it, and let's see if it's actually a good review. Like, let's find the other side of the argument. Every single one of those videos were so poorly made. This one guy was going for 6 minutes. And he's like, "Man, look at this panda. This stuff is racist. This panda goes a panda, man." And we're like, first off, the guy sounds like Donkey, and we're like, we've like a channel. And also, we're like, wait,
Donkey's dad.
the Chinese girl's racist because she turns into a red panda. And then Tom's like, the creator's Chinese. Like,
Oh damn.
it's like, I don't know. It was just really.
He's like, red panda. Oh, I guarantee you, all kids gonna think it's just a fox. They're gonna be it's a
That's
fox.
a problem.
It's just like, dude.
You
And the
literally say
funniest
right
thing too, right? This review comes out a day before the movie comes out. He's talking about the movie based on the trailer.
And yeah,
That's good content.
it was like 40 seconds long of him building a lightsaber. And we're like, what's happening? So
I was
it was that and then the Christian dad. Those are the two.
I
sorry.
was mad
You're in the
when I
chat
was-
right now, lightsaber man. I'm sorry.
Not much.
No.
What were we saying, Hero?
No, I was mad when I was. It's in the same vein too. It's some other people were just like, there's a minor twerking in this video or in this movie. I was like, it was so 120% not sexualized. I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you? I thought that part was fucking hilarious. It's the only part I actually like laughed out loud, which is not to say the movie wasn't funny. It's just I was watching it by myself. You don't really laugh out loud that often.
Yeah, it was so innocuous. It was
Only
like
that some stupid smooth brain idiot like ruin it for me. But be like, the minor twerking. It's like she's just rebelling. It's not sexual. You're
Yeah.
weird.
doing it to
Yeah.
piss off her mom. Is she
Right.
are you, it's sexual? Is she trying to seduce her mother? Is that what you're saying?
And here's the thing that we haven't even brought up yet that should be mentioned is that the mother is damaged too. Like
Yeah.
all the pressure from her own mother. And the thing is, like, the grandmother isn't evil because there's a part where she's like, "May your mother loves you," and then another moment where grandma's telling her daughter, like, "Don't let her out of your sight." And it's like, man, this is a lot of trauma here, a lot of guilt, a lot of gaslighting, a lot of very real things, and no one's really the villain. It's just conflicting. Tom, you mentioned like the power dynamic where like the dad spoke up to be the voice of dissent and how she shut him up immediately.
That was
The dad is a champ in that movie.
Yeah.
He is a fucking Chad of Chad.
until that point where we've seen the entire like character dynamic from May's perspective, and so of course she's going to see her mother as overly controlling, and we see that as just like, oh, this is just how their dynamic is. But then when she makes her presentation about trying to see the band, and her mom says no, and her dad's like, well, maybe we could. And she's like, no, absolutely not. Like, we realize at that moment, this isn't a parenting style, it's a personality trait. And we realize there's something wrong with her too. And that's where
Yeah.
the dynamic switches. And it's like,
But it's
oh,
too inclusive. It's Tom. We can't relate to it. It's not a toy.
I've
Oh.
never been a panda
sorry, I must have just
of
been
the red variety.
shot to the movie.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wanted to go off of Hero's point about the twerking and stuff. I was like, do people not know what twerking actually looks like? Because that wasn't it.
Evidently.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
to
twerking
be
wasn't even
fair,
a
it's
thing in
also
like the
not.
2002
Yeah.
shit like that. Like it was, that was
Yeah.
like, well, 'cause me and Hero had to talk about that last night. Like, was twerking even a thing like 2002? And it's just like,
Nope.
not really, like, not even that big a thing. Like, it's just like that was just shaking their butt. At the
Yeah.
fucking-
That's
shaking their
that's
butt.
It was
all
not
it
twerking.
was. And
It wasn't like no Powerpuff Girls.
I
bullshit
do
where
want to
it's
say
like,
because since we're into spoilers and stuff, the bully Tyler, like
creator.
I love how like he went to the concert as well, because
Yeah.
like there were boys that were also into boy bands, like
Yep.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
You're talking to one right
Yeah.
now. Every
Yeah.
NSYNC,
Like-
Backstreet Boys.
yeah,
all that
like
shit.
I posted on Twitter how like I had a Backstreet Boys CD and I would dance it in my front yard, Like
Yeah.
yeah, I was cringy. Yeah,
Dude, I used
like-
to dress up like that fucking main guy in the thing because like you know the music videos and shit like that. You get like your white button-up shirt and you would cut the sleeves off of it and leave the buttons like open and shit like that. I would do that shit in front of the fucking mirror with Backstreet Boys playing. Oh my god, that shit was so. I don't give a damn. That was great.
Paleo. So we can't do spoilers.
yeah, we're doing
We're on
now.
spoilers right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so there was a joke at the end that cracked me up on the second viewing, but it was the entire stadium part where it's like 100 children died here. Like when Momzilla showed up, it was like she broke the stadium down, and it's like
the whole time.
yeah, right. There has to be like corpses.
Children died tonight.
Yeah.
If this was the boys' universe, you just see them scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always a big fan of background humor. And there's like during the chaos, you see this one girl go, "I want my money," or "I want a refund." Like she says it, she runs past like the characters just in the background. I don't know why that cracked me up. I want a refund. It's just simple as that.
I do appreciate them, giving the what was this, Tyler, right? Was that the kid's name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I did like his like pseudo storyline on the side. Like he's a loner. He tries too hard to compensate to fit in. You know, his parents look like they're a bit, wealthier, and he's kind of like ostracized because of it. And at the end, like he becomes part of the friend group. And
Yeah.
I really like that aspect, like that little storyline thrown in there as well in the background.
Also, his parents were so valid with how they got mad. Like, you
Yeah.
turned into this
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
thing and attacked my kid. What the fuck? Everyone get the fuck out. And that was like, that is like so valid parenting. Like, yeah, fuck that. It's like,
Dang.
but yeah, that was like the one part of the movie where like they have the inevitable, like, oh, the friends going to break up and do this whole thing where I was just like, I've seen this so many times. Like, what was the last thing we watched where it didn't have Kipo? I think in Kipo or something like that, where they had something where a character did
something was
and then-
revealed. Yeah.
yeah, and then it was
Yeah.
like, you did this, and then like usually in old shows it lasts for like 2 episodes. In old movies it lasts for like the last third of the movie, then they like make up a shit like that. And so, but in Kipo it was just like, you know what, we're past that, let's move it. And I was like, oh wow, that's refreshing. And I've seen that in like 2 other shows since then where they just like they do it and then they move past it real quick. So like that was one of those moments where I was just like, it's become a trope that I've seen so many times. I'm just like, I think there are better ways I've seen it done that just, it didn't hit for me in that regard. Like I get what they were going for, but that was one of those when I was like, where I was just personally like, okay, how long is this going to last? Because I know you're going to make up again. I know you're going to fucking make up again. Like, how long is this going to drag out for? So like, yeah, that was just one thing that got me. But everything else I did.
Yeah, that part didn't even last too long though.
Yeah,
That was a very
exactly.
quick
No, that was
turnaround.
that's why I was happy because the second time, because like the first time I was watching it, it bugged me, but since I knew it didn't last that long, I was like able to get through it. But like, yeah, whenever I see that in like shows, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake,
It's
here we go
fatigue
again.
because it's
Yeah.
like it's all right. We've been to song and dance before. Fight, make
Yeah.
up, fight, make up.
If I make up, you know you're gonna make up in a fucking second, so just do this
Yeah.
shit. So yeah.
I was also gonna bring up like going back to the part where she was like drawing under the bed and then like her mom finds the notebook. Like I definitely had
goes and gets that
Yeah, yeah.
pedophile, quote unquote.
Yeah, I was like, how old are you? 30? He's like, I'm 17. I was like,
That's what you get
but
for
yeah,
doing
like
drugs, not wearing
yeah, but like
sunscreen.
I was blown away they said drugs, honestly.
yeah, but those like expressions, like the zoom in on May's face when like she does that, it was like it's great. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of us have like had that moment like as like a teenager or a preteen where like our parents or mom or something has found something that we've done and we were just like,
So much internet history
yeah.
that it's just like
Yeah.
I didn't know how to erase it. I'm sorry, mom. Okay, I don't know. Or like one time it was like I thought I erased it, but like one of those pop-ups came up like when I went to bed. So
Yeah.
in the morning it was right there. My mom was like, Jordan.
Pop-ups! The pop-ups were relentless, man.
Yeah,
Like, how do
yeah.
get
I
stopped?
remember one time like I forgot to like delete the internet history and
Right.
like my mom found out and she was like, what's going on? I said, it's a virus. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
no, I
Survivors.
remember that too. No, that's so valid. Because I remember one time, like, I remember it was like I was like a drug addict. I was like up till like 4 a.m. or some shit like that, and I was just like bloodshot eyes, just like.
Oh,
Yes,
we
Sailor
got
Moon.
some we got some young people in the chat. Incognito did not exist.
Wow,
Yeah.
these are kids who are born. Look, did you see what they were saying earlier? They were all like, I was 1 in 2002, or I was like 2 or 3. It's like, yeah,
you don't
that shit did
understand.
not
Like
exist.
the internet was a completely different place in 2002.
completely different back then. All right, first off, it was so fucking different because like you did not have that shit.
West.
It was so bad.
That was
like
before. It was
ugh.
before. It was before Twitter, before Facebook, before MySpace.
when we had to go touch grass to have fun, and we were having to do it. Back in bad day, it was good times. It's all that. It's that fucking grandpa from Rugrats. We had to walk 15 miles.
Legitimately, sorry,
Wait,
this
15
4-second off topic. My brother was trying to teach my nephew how to play Zelda, and he's like, "Can you just Google it?" He's like, "Back in my day, we had to spend $15.99 on a gaming magazine to learn how to do it." I was like, "Excuse me, did you just grandpa? We had to spend $15.99."
Yeah, that's how much I paid for the strategy guide.
That's how much I paid for the strategy guide back in my day.
About it. I was like, "Holy shit, Klasky, they know what they're talking about."
Right.
Oh.
Also, it's so funny because it's like most of us have our own like PCs now. Like, I didn't get my own like laptop
Oh
until
yeah,
I was like
we had to
18.
use the family computer.
Yeah, you have to use a family computer, and then it's just like sometimes it's like you're going through hormones and shit like that, and so you have to like time it just right. Like,
Yeah,
oh, when are they going out?
that's
or when
why.
they're going to
That's
bed
why
or
if you're an artistic kid, you just drew it and you hit
Yeah,
it.
exactly. If you're an
Yeah,
artistic
yeah.
kid, you just fucking like draw that shit whenever. And then like there was a kid at school who drew it and we used to like pay him for shit. And he's just like, you're like, what do you want? He was just like, yo, man, can you draw me Sailor Moon doing this thing? It's like, all right, that's gonna be $10. Shit like that. And we would like wait, and then we would like go at the thing, this tree past recess, and then we would like go up to him and be like, give me the stuff and shit like that.
Now you just go on Twitter.
Now we just go on Twitter. So oh god. To be young and naive, baby.
Oh boy.
And then like the way you got the money for it was like you lied to your parents like, oh, lunch is really expensive this week, so I need like $10. Like they're having a special pizza thing and I want money. So it's just so, oh my god. See, cringe. Massive cringe. back in the
Yeah.
day.
All right. Is there anything else spoiler related you want to talk about before we move on to the next topic?
Oh god.
Because I can go off for a long time, and I'm not even on this podcast. So
Laura, go off for
no.
Go off for 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Time it.
Okay,
All right, I'm gonna time. I'm gonna put the timer on. You go off. Okay. You ready?
I'm gonna make it less than 2 minutes because I'm just gonna say
Okay.
that as a
Your time. Go.
society- we live in a society, but we live in a society that hates periods and thinks that they're gross and should be a source of shame, and that's why everybody who connects it to being anything about a period for this movie, like if you're getting your first period as a teenager, they're like, oh, that's disgusting. We shouldn't tell our kids about this. And it's like, no, your kids should fucking know about how the human body works. That's so stupid. Why would you be like, oh no, you can't know about this until I decide you're ready to? It's like, this happens to half of the people who exist. Like, get off my dick. Just talk to your kids about how their bodies function. Call it a day. It's not that hard. Rant over. Let's talk about the Batman.
Oh, okay.
right.
Well, that was good. You got 30 seconds in. Yeah, that was good.
Good.
All right.
Trying to
So
keep it
yeah, Turning Red. Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. But yeah, the people who are outraged about it will like forget about it.
They'll forget literally in
Yeah.
a couple weeks. I guarantee you. They're gonna find something else to get Mitch. People are stupid.
All right. Next thing. Let's talk about Batman.
Do you know how much I've been fucking spammed for Batman because of my damn video by fitness people? They're so
Really?
mad at me. Yeah, they are so pissed off at me because like I actually because here's the thing about the Batman. This is something we can go into the Batman talk in a second, but like because I do fitness stuff on YouTube, there is this whole thing of like people asking me what I thought of Robert Pattinson's like physique in the Batman, because like there's this difference between how like there are people who are chill fitness people who are like, oh yeah, that's yeah, he looked really good. Then there are people who are like, oh, he looks like he didn't even lift at all. But then there are people overhyping it, like, oh my god, he looks so buff. He's like the buffest Batman ever, shit like that. And it's just like, you know, being in the middle, it's just like you look at it and just go, okay, whatever. And so I did a video talking about how Robert Pattinson's Batman physique is realistic for someone who doesn't sleep and barely eats and trains and has a body like an MMA fighter, because he wasn't like super ripped up and cut and stuff like that. He was just like, he was built. He was just like, he had like a nice upper back and stuff like that. And there are so many people like, no, he should be gassed out the fucking gills. All right, no, he should be fucking jacked. Batman is like a fucking 6'5" Arnold Schwarzenegger. But it's just like, do you realize how fucking gassed you would get if you were that built fighting crime? Like, realistically, like I broke down the fucking science of it. Like, if you were that big and ripped on a daily basis, like there's a difference between being just big and then like fighting people, like they're heavyweight fighters for a reason. If you're big and ripped like a bodybuilder and you're trying to fight like as many people as Batman does on a nightly basis, you would get gassed out within the first 3 minutes. Like, it's not even like you would get fucking gassed out just from how your body, like, you want to learn more, go to my channel. But that has just been a whole thing on my fucking Twitter and Instagram. All it's just people like, no, you don't know what you're talking. It's like, I actually do martial arts, so you fucking don't know shit, you get gassed or whatever. But yeah, Batman, good movie.
It was very
Okay.
good.
It was good.
I
I would say for me. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, like, how'd you guys like it? Without spoilers first, and then we'll get into spoilers.
Without spoilers, okay. I'm in love with Zoe Kravitz Catwoman. I thought she was fucking perfect. All right, perfect. Yeah, all that stuff. I thought she was great. Andy Serkis is Alfred. Really well done. Gordon, Jeffrey Wright, really great. The Riddler, I've been quoting his fucking, if you are justice, please do not lie. That whole fucking, I've been saying that randomly throughout the week. Okay, like I keep saying it. So that was good. I loved how brutal Batman was and how aggressive he was. And I had to talk with a friend about, like, because originally I didn't care for like the interpretation of Bruce Wayne, but I learned why he was like that. I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, and then we did it. Enjoyed a good chunk of it. Really loved the Penguin. Like, Colin Farrell killed it as the Penguin. Like in this,
I didn't know it was Colin Farrell. I was like,
I know, right?
They completely changed him the way he looked.
Yeah, he was amazing. Like, he was spectacular in that. And then like,
sweetheart.
yeah, exactly. And then like freaking like John Turturro is fucking Falcone in this. I was like, oh, he is a great villain. I don't even care for like freaking Falcone like that. And he's been in so much shit, but I was like, oh, you made him really well done. So that was good. I will say, for me personally, I did start to feel the length at times where I was just like, there are some scenes where like I can see like, because I've talked to several different friends about this. I've talked to friends who loved the length, and I've talked to friends who were like, no, they could have cut this. And then I talked to friends who were like massive Batman fans, and they were like, they're mixed on it because there are certain things that they're like, I feel like this could have been done better, but they should have shortened this. So like, I've just heard so many different perspectives on it. I thought it was, but for the most part, I really enjoyed the movie. Besides, like, you know, some parts I thought they could cut. I'm not gonna get into spoilers. We'll save that for later. And yeah, a fight broke out in my theater the second time I saw it. So yeah, that was
yeah, you told me
great.
about
That
that.
was fucking
I'm sorry,
stupid.
what?
Yeah, a fight broke out in my theater, Laura. It was stupid. Like, so it was basically like a Boondocks moment. No, in the fucking Batman. That's what I thought. No, literally, Tom, did you hear about this?
No.
Okay, so what happened was this. All right, so we're watching the Batman, and then I'm like sitting down there, and the theater, I just start noticing like it smells like weed in here. I'm just like, yeah, that is strong. And so like, I'm just like, oh, it's someone probably walked up past me. They probably like lit something up, you know, whatever. And then like it just keeps like feeling
like, oh, let me go get high and see the Batman. Like,
right.
What?
I don't get people. So like there's this whole like theater's just starting to like smell like weed, and I'm just like, what the fuck, is someone like lighting stuff up? And it turns out someone was smoking in the theater. So someone went up to him and was just like, hey, oh man, you need to stop with that. Like, seriously, that is some like bullshit right there. And then like I guess they blew smoke in their face. And then they were like, oh, fuck. And so they just started battling and shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they just fucking started going at it. And then like the people had to come in, and it was just like, I hate it because it felt like I was in the Boondocks. Like, watch closely. You're about to experience a moment. And I was just like, oh my God, like what the fuck is going on with these people? Because it's like, we're in a fucking movie. Just chill the fuck out. Like, just watch Batman. And then it was like, some people were like, oh, this is some 5D viewing right here. Shit like that. It's just like, we need someone in the Batman mask to do it. But yeah, that was annoying.
I've only seen it once, and the theater experience I had, this is the first movie I've seen in theaters in a while.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, I did not miss the theater experience, because we had two moronic children watching the movie.
Oh,
and children watching this shit?
Every
this
time
movie?
there weren't explosions, every time there weren't explosions, they were watching videos on their phones.
No.
Oh.
See,
And it
and
was the worst.
that's one of those moments where you put on like a fucking Riddler mask and steal that shit and
Dude,
chuck it across the board.
I was there with my dad. If I wasn't there with my dad, I probably would have like gone over there and beat the shit out of them. But like
Right.
halfway through the movie, they just left because they were so bored. I was just like, thank God.
Right. No, I hate when kids do that sort of thing where it's just like, bruh, just chill with this. We're in a movie. Like, learn
They're,
to
like,
have some
throwing
fucking
their
common
popcorn
sense.
everywhere and like playing YouTube videos and like
Awful.
making noises. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
That's
Right.
like, get in contact with the manager and be like,
Yes.
these people are the worst.
Yeah, like some.
Maybe
Okay,
you were probably
right now.
born when
Saber.
COVID happened and haven't developed like interpersonal skills, but fuck off.
Well, no, Saber, because like sometimes you can go in there, but sometimes it's like they have to like. Because like this is what my experience has been with this sort of thing happening to toys, because it happened to the Halloween movie, and I was just like, okay, like there most of the time it's like a kid who doesn't get paid enough just working at the theater, and he's just like, oh, I don't want to get hit right now or something, but I'll go talk to him and shit like that. But thankfully the people in my theater, they like broke it up for him and then they got their asses out of there, so that was good on them. But like, yeah, it's like most of the time like you go to the manager, you tell them, and then like they either call the cops, shut down the film, do all that certain shit. But it's just an annoying process of just like, can you like have some fucking common courtesy for a fucking second? Like seriously, it's just like I don't feel like throwing hands in the fucking theater right now. It's just like, bruh, like calm down. Like, stupid kids.
All right. So
We on
yeah,
spoilers for bats?
do you want to go into spoilers?
No,
Yeah.
you can go ahead, say your things
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
'cause
I'll,
you're-
yeah. But yeah, I did enjoy it a lot. It's the best Batman movie I've seen in a long time. I will say that.
Right.
I think honestly, I think for me it's the best Batman movie since Phantasm.
Okay, so I want to say this
Since
because
Phantasm, wow.
okay, so in my opinion, I've been seeing this all over, and this isn't a shot at you, Tom. I've just been seeing this all over like Twitter and stuff like that, where people are like, "Oh, this is the best Batman thing ever of conceived," and all this stuff. And then like a part of me is just like, is it like that recency bias of it just you weren't expecting to be so good, and then it's so like it surprised you at how good it was? Because like for me, I always give something a 2-week buffer of like before I like get like, oh, I actually. I love this sort of thing because I know for me I get like mega excited and love something like with No Way Home. If you like had talked to me like after No Way Home, I would have been like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, some shit like that. And then like 2 weeks later, I'm like, no, it has its issues, but I still enjoyed it a lot. It's not better than say Spider-Verse or something like that.
I will
But
say I'll have to see it another time, and I'll probably have to rewatch the Nolan trilogy in '89 just to kind of put them back. I will say that for sure. This is my favorite on-screen portrayal of Batman in a live-action film.
Oh,
I think
yeah. Okay.
Pattinson's
Yeah.
Batman
because he has that
is
chin.
the best one.
Yeah.
He
I'm
feels
gonna-
like
he has-
Batman.
yeah.
He's a detective. It's just
Mhm.
yeah.
Honestly, because it was like I love a thing about Batman just as a character that I love is that I can be like, I want to watch a Batman movie, and I can sit down and watch this, like the Batman with Robert Pattinson, or I can be like, all right, I want to watch a Batman movie and put on fucking Lego Batman the movie. That's what I want. Like, either way, it's I want one thing, I want the other thing. And it's like, yep, this is perfect. I can do anything with this character.
Lego Batman.
All right. What?
Yeah.
Oh, was Paleo saying something? I'm sorry.
Oh.
They detract from each other. Like having Lego Batman doesn't take away the value of having like the detective, like super depressed Batman that like is in this movie. And it's like, I love that.
Oh, can I add on to the depressed? Oh, go ahead, Paley. No, never mind.
Yeah,
Paley,
I was
you
gonna say
talk.
about the jawline thing, because I remember you were asking us about like what's your favorite like bat suit or whatever,
Live action bat
yeah,
suit,
yeah. And when I was looking at Robert Pattinson's, I was like, he's the only one that has the jawline. Is like from the from the cartoon, like
Right.
because I grew up with the animated series, so I always see that jawline, and like he's the only live action Batman that has that on the big screen.
Also, like when you go back and look at Christian Bale's one, like I don't know, I saw that YouTube video, I put it in like the Discord, but like the TikTok video of like I always thought something was up with Christian Bale's mask, but I never picked it up, and it was because the mask hole was like a goatee. It wasn't like all around his jawline, and so I was just like, that was the one thing that I had never noticed before, but it always took me out. I was like, there's something up with his mask. I feel like there's something up, and it was just the goatee hole. But yeah, it was. Yeah, that was I really did like Robert Pattinson's like jawline in this as that, but also him as Batman too was really like cool just to see him like do his shit. But like to go another thing I really love about this Batman, because I've been rewatching some of the live action ones too, is the fact that he has eye makeup when he takes off his mask.
Yeah.
Because like in every other fucking live action Batman, they have eye makeup on that you very clearly see, but when they take it off, their mask, it's gone. It's just magically gone. It's just like, what the fuck? When him, it's like, oh, there. Like, if you go and watch like fucking Batman Returns is like the worst one because he's talking to Catwoman, then he peels off his mask. You literally, it literally goes like this. You see him with the eye makeup, looking through his mask, talking to Catwoman, and then they pan back to it, and then the eye makeup is gone. And then he like rips his mask off, and it's just like, it was me all along. It's like, what happened to your fucking eye makeup, dude? Like, where's your freaking Black Parade shit going on? All right, no, so yeah, do your shit, Robert.
I was gonna ask Jordan what he thinks before we go.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Before we go into the spoilers.
I loved it. I don't know if it's like the best Batman. That's something I'll have to sit on and rewatch, and I'm not ready to make any statements like that. But
2 weeks, Jordan, you got
that. As far as everything else, I think this had a lot of the, especially like for like where he lives and where the Batcave is, that gothic feeling to it that I really liked. I think he fit the character of Batman very well, and I like that it's an inexperienced year two, new to this Batman who will make mistakes. He's not the greatest detective yet, but goddamn, they made him a detective. He's actually doing detective work. Like, it's actually cool to see Batman do what he's, supposed to do.
Did you see that video though, Jordan, with the person broke down like, for the Batman, he's actually not that good a detective because he needs blah blah, and they like pointed out all the scenes of like where I was like, oh damn, I missed that the first time because I was so invested.
There were a few where I was like, come on, guys.
I was like, no, like at this point, okay, you know what I don't get? At this point with the Riddler, right? It's in modern day. Just Google a shit. Google the Riddler. Okay, that's what I do. It's like, okay.
I think
exclusively exist on the dark web. Like,
yeah.
I think the biggest
like a thing that the U.S. government actually kind of made, and they should have access to. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine.
I think my only like where I'm kind of like is I don't mind the long movie if it's paced well, right? And I didn't have any pay. There was a couple slower points, but they all led up to a reason to be slow right after that. And I was fine with that. And everything was good up until the final act where the big final thing happens, which we'll talk about in spoilers.
Right.
That felt like they cut so much out and wrapped it up as fast as they could to fit under 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because everything felt like it took its time. I understood it. Point A to point Z, and then here was like, here's the problem, it's solved.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there was a 4-hour cut of this, and I'm not saying I want the 4-hour cut. I would have preferred an extra 20 minutes on this film, honestly.
See, Jordan, I'd be in the theater with you, like, you better be out of your damn mind. I'll go get snacks for you, okay? I'll go get some fucking popcorn.
I felt like it just to really let that impact for that end, it needed a little bit longer than just big problem, fast solution. I needed problem, consequences, salute. Like, I felt like there was some piece of this missing here. It just was too fast at the end.
I hope that they release a longer cut on Blu-ray or something, because I would love to watch it.
No, well, you know what the thing that we'll get into it in the spoilers, but like the scene they cut.
Show me that gore that you wouldn't show me because you're trying so hard to get that goddamn PG-13 rating.
Right.
Right.
PG-13 rating.
Yeah, because like there's a scene.
There were no dumb kids throwing shit.
Well, there probably still would be because parents are like, Batman, it's for kids.
Well, you know what's
just two kids.
Yeah, because there's two scenes that were cut that I'm like, oh, that would have been interesting. That I heard like Matt Reeves talk about, like that is sort of curious. But like again, like the whole thing to go with Thomas and about the kids thing, like this is not a kids movie by any standard. Like you know what's weird about this film is there's literally zero humor in it. Like I don't think there's like any like jokey, like I think there's like one or two jokes, like oh, there's twins, that's funny.
Some dry humor, like you might go, clever.
Yeah. No, yeah, or like Gordon will be like, "Man, you crazy shit." Like that. It's just like, why?
Their relationship is also a high point. I like their bro relationship.
That was
Yeah.
great when
Yeah.
he punched him. He was
Bro.
just like, "Why didn't you pull your punch, bro?" Shit like that.
I did.
And one of the best recent car chases I've seen in a film
Yeah, it
in
was
a
great.
very long time.
Yeah, because it
I
was
was
like
honestly
filmed
upset
practically.
they ruined that end of that car scene. Fucking trailer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, in the
I don't
trailer.
watch trailers.
That's how.
That's
the
why we
trailer
don't watch
is,
trailers.
that shot of him walking
But
towards
what a good shot though. The upside
Yeah.
down bat.
Yeah,
What a
yeah.
good shot.
It's great.
It's a great way
La
to
Rada,
it was
you
also
don't.
the
So-
climax of
But-
it.
Oh, there's a comment on top of that I want to add, but I'll wait for the spoilers because it will spoil.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put the spoiler tag up, and we'll talk for like the next 6 minutes because we're already going kind of long. So the spoiler tag's up. So mute if you don't want to hear anything. And then
Okay, can I be real? The whole thing at the end, like I know they have to put him in there, but it was one of those moments where I was like, oh, forgot again.
Yeah,
again,
it's like
every
again.
fucking movie, and I was just like,
yeah.
ugh.
I think it's only bad because I knew the actor was in this film and
Mhm.
potentially as that character and didn't see him at all.
Right.
And then 2, knowing that there was 2 other scenes earlier in the film that were supposed to be there, that made sense for him to appear at that point as well.
right.
So
Mhm.
kind of like all right, that almost felt like a studio said, okay, we have to leave something in here.
It's
Right?
kind of strange that we have 3 active Jokers at the same time right now.
Yeah,
Three
it's
active
weird.
Batmans.
Right,
We have three
and,
active Batmans.
You know what?
And that's not including animated content.
Right? No,
Yeah.
exactly. Because like, there's a whole thing with like, now I would have said this if it was actually like Joaquin
There's-
Phoenix doing it. I would have been like, oh shit,
Mate.
fuck. That would have like made me just lose my shit. Like you got
Would have
Joaquin.
been old as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
would have
would've
been old
been,
as
would've.
fuck. Yeah, he would have been. Like,
I walked 15 miles.
I would have walked 15 miles, but like the whole thing with like, I was like, oh, forgot, because I was just like, I understand they have to do it, but it's like my same issue with like the Arkham video games, where like
Right.
every Arkham video game, you have like a boss that you're like, oh fuck, this is going to be the main bad guy. So first one, it makes sense. Joker's final villain in Arkham
Yeah.
Asylum, like that makes complete sense. Arkham City, it's like, oh, you're going against Hugo Strange and Ra's al Ghul. Oh, this is gonna be crazy. Oh nope, Joker again. All right, then Arkham Origins. Oh, you're going against fucking Bane. Bane is the fucking bad guy? Oh shit, yeah, this is gonna be dope. Nope, Joker. And then fucking Arkham Knight is like, oh, we're going through this, who is the final villain? It's Scarecrow, right? Oh, but it's Joker possessing the Batman because blah blah blah, and then they lock him away, and it's just like, it was just, I've seen that character, I love him to death, but it's just like there's an oversaturation point in my opinion, where it's just like there are so many other great villains that you could use. Like the Court of Owls is something that they've been doing recently, where I'm like, oh, that would have been very interesting. I know a lot of mainstream
That's
people
the
wouldn't
next
get it.
film for sure. I feel
Yeah.
like that's where they're going with it.
Exactly. It's just like there's like you could do that. Like I know a lot of mainstream people wouldn't recognize them, but yeah, that that's what happens. Like you take a character or characters that aren't well known and you make them mainstream. That's a beautiful thing about having a movie. But it's just like I was just like, and then like some of the makeup, like even though it's like behind a glass and stuff like that, I was like, okay. Like I really just would have preferred like something else, but once I see that cut of like where they do the Silence of the Lambs thing of like Batman going to talk to him in like a jail or something like that, I think that would be like cool. So yeah.
Yeah.
There was the one thing I wanted to mention with the chase scene real quick
Mm.
was right after that scene happens, there's something he talks about, and he was like, like that's not, we don't kill people. Like that was his whole thing, right? Don't kill people.
Right.
Did you see what happened on that highway?
No, he fucking
Yeah,
murdered
yeah,
a lot of
right.
people in that. Yeah, no, he fucking murdered a lot of people in that. By
Man drove through there, killed so many people. It's just like, yeah, I don't kill people. All right.
Right. Right.
No,
I don't kill people.
Those are cars, not
Perfect.
people.
If I don't know they're dead, did I really
Watching
kill
that
them?
video about-
They did.
Yeah.
And then he fucking bashes like the Penguin's car. Like you're so lucky that Penguin didn't like
Dude,
break his neck.
That would have killed anybody.
Right?
That thing went flying.
That shit went.
And he didn't have
fucking
a scratch on him. He was just like,
Mm.
take it easy, sweetheart.
Yeah, take it easy. It's just like you don't understand Spanish, la rada, whatever you were saying. I was just like, damn.
And then he waddles away.
Yeah, that was so good. That was, oh god. No, there's so many scenes in this movie that I'm like, okay, I appreciate that. Like for instance, I think Tom and me talked about this like very very briefly, but like the whole thing with Selena. Now initially I thought like that the girl she was after was her girlfriend because she was like, "Babe, I'm coming." But then like when she got to the apartment, she started saying like, "I'm taking care of this kid. She doesn't know what's going on here." I'm like, so wait, like what was the relationship going on? Because like when she was driving there, it just seemed like it was like, "Yeah, babe, don't worry, I'm coming," and shit like that. So I was like, huh. And so I wish they would have done more to explore that. And also like when she's like killed off, I wish they would have like set with that a little longer on that thing. So
Yeah.
I have one single gripe. When that bomb explodes in Batman's face, and he's just like, "No, I'm fine."
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. No. Remember when he
wake up in the police station a few hours later. No one has unmasked me, and also I'm fine.
Right. And also, you know what's hilarious about that too, Laura? I love the scene where he fucking goes to the top of the police station, and right before he jumps off, he like double takes like, "Oh shit!" And he just like looks down. It's like, oh, Batman gets scared, and then like when he goes down, I'm like, no, fuck you, your jaw would get fucked up. And also, speaking of his jaw. Like, how did the bit thing not get fucked up? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's like literally he's tanking bullets, right? And it's like you're telling me they're not shooting his jaw. And the thing is, like, the genius thing of the yellow symbol in the Bat comics, so the way they explain it of like why Batman wears a yellow symbol on his fucking chest is because villains will see that and think it's a target. And then they'll instinctively, like, there's something they'll in their brain, they'll instinctively aim for the yellow signal on his chest, thinking it's a target instead of his jawline because of some like psych shit. I was like, oh, you know what? That's actually kind of smart. Why you would wear that sort of thing. And then in the movie, like, of course, I like his armor and shit like that. But there are so many times where he's just walking through hails of bullets. I'm just like, you're telling me none of those nicked his jaw? Not once. Not one of those.
Jaw is so strong.
It's a strong jaw.
His jaw is too strong.
He's a crimson chin. Okay, that's what he is.
I just like that we get to see some uses of his tools that we just haven't seen or rarely get to see. Like we get to see the electric knuckles. Like that's cool to see. The adrenaline, which could be Titan, that could lead to some Bane stuff down the line or not.
Yeah, I thought that was
adrenaline.
Yeah.
Which is kind of because that was never like you never see him putting his suit together. So it's like, oh, where did you? All right, he just has that. I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
And then what was the other? Oh, like his wingsuit is not really fully put together yet. It's like a kind of like a parachute built onto him.
Right.
His batarang comes off of his chest, which physically, if you just with that made of metal, if you like moved your chest around, you couldn't. Like that's a solid piece right there.
Right. Exactly. Also, I fucking love how like scary they made Batman at the beginning.
Oh,
he's just like once
he's not referred to as Batman the whole movie except from the Riddler.
Right, exactly. To the Batman.
Then he mentioned his name once, but he goes by Vengeance. Like he actually was. That was his thing, because that's what people thought he was.
Right, like the Cowboy Bebop live action. Oh god. Oh god, no, but like I love Bebop. I am the Bebop. Oh, but like that whole scene where like they're leading up to it, like it's like when the criminals see it, is like it's a warning and shit like that. And then like the way like they have him in the dark, they have all those like shots of like alleyways just pitch black. It's just like, oh fuck, dark. That is fucking horrifying. Like realistically, if you're a criminal, I was like, oh shit, like y'all fucked. Like that is just terrifying.
He's like
everything I've always wanted.
I mean,
I really got to like stress how like good this movie looks. Like the director of photography was amazing. Like this is like if you took the Long Halloween and made it real life. Like it was just the set design, how like gothic and dark Wayne Manor looks, just the dirt and grime on all of Gotham, and just like the really smart use of like lighting in some of the scenes, and like limited like monochromatic color palettes with like the reds and blacks, and like this just it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Gotham.
It's gonna be all blue.
Da-ba-dee-da-ba-da.
It's gonna be winter. It's all blue.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be Mr. Freeze. Bring him back. You're not sending me to the cooler battle.
It just feels like, it's like, you get the Joker again, fine. We got Bane, sure. It's like, I would like some newer villains that we haven't. Like Riddler was like, okay, that's a nice choice. It's Detective, it's Seven, it's Zodiac. I feel that. Like, that's a good choice. If there's an interesting way you could do Mr. Freeze, let's see it happen. Because our only on-screen version is Goofy. Like,
I mean, the animated series in this is really well.
Exactly. No, animated series version of Mr. Freeze was my favorite villain before like I read the like that. It's too bad it's like it's one of those rare occasions where like a character is done so well there. There's like I can't see it in any other media. Like he's been done well in other stuff before, but like that one was just like perfect. And so like oh go ahead.
I was in the Arnold Schwarzenegger, I used to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You must meet the
Batman. And shit like that. But it's like the whole thing with this world is it's like set up to be so hyper realistic, so I guess you would like have to give him like liquid nitrogen if you wanted to use that sort of thing, or like he's like I get there's because there's so many villains where I'm like I don't want to see Zaz again, because we've seen Zaz in like 3 different things now, because he was in fucking Birds of Prey, like he was a guy with who was skinning people for Ewan McGregor's character Black Mask, yeah. So like I want to see like I feel like they have so many other characters they could choose from, because the stuff like I don't want to see Mad Hatter because he's a literal fucking pedophile, so I don't want to see that. And then there's there's so many characters they could choose from that I'd be very interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing before we move on, because like we're already going way too too much. Paul Dano. Paul Dano's like one of my favorite actors. And I loved him in this. And that scene with him like in Arkham where like he's just saying like Bruce Wayne. No.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne. Yeah, he is always eerie. And like everything I see him and he's like eerie. Like he was in that fucking that serial like killer movie with like Angelina Jolie. No, the one with Angelina Jolie. Yeah, like he like kicked the dude in front of the car and shit. Like he's always been because he was in the Girl Next Door too. I think that was the first time I ever saw him. Was like in that Alicia that late 2000s movie. But yeah, that was he was great. He was fantastic. He nailed the role. Like, and then did you notice his glasses as the Riddler with the exact same as Jim Carrey's glasses?
Oh, really?
And as with the Riddler, yeah. Like someone put the pictures back to back. I was like, oh, that's a cool little touch.
Neat.
There's also a shot real quick early on in the film from across the club where we find out, where Riddler was. And you can see him at the beginning of the movie across the club taking pictures from a window.
Oh, wow. That's fascinating. I missed that.
Yeah. And once you obviously go back and look for it, but like it's a cool little detail. He's there.
Well, yeah, no, because like that whole thing of like in the first shot when he's in the house is like that is so horrifying. Like first off, like
the TV lights up. Oh my god, that was a great shot.
That is like scary. And then the fact that he like the way he killed the guy, it wasn't just by like pummeling him to death. He was like he suffocated him with tape. It's just like he made tape sound scary. Like when you hear that, it's just like oh fuck, dude. Like that. Oh, it's creepy.
All right, I'm gonna remove the spoiler tag.
Please do not lie.
The Batman, the Batman was good.
Go watch it.
Yeah, it's actually coming to HBO Max. Like
children who are gonna watch Vegas Throne.
Yeah, I know it's coming to
Batman.
I know it's coming to HBO Max like 45 days after the theater release. So like, if you want to wait for that, you can watch it next month on that.
You can double take it with Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Good show.
This is a good show.
All right.
Scary.
I'm gonna fast track a lot of these news things because like we're already like
overtime.
We're already gonna be overtime. All right. So first thing, Jellystone is getting its second season next week. In fact, yeah, Jellystone. It's a great like take on the Hanna-Barbera characters. I really liked it. I like watched through it twice when it came out last summer. It's a very fun show.
Came out last summer?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! It's March. Oh shit!
Yeah, it's
I was
March.
just like,
yeah.
Oh god.
But yeah, March 17th. Oh yeah, it comes out this week. So not next week.
3 days.
Yeah.
What is time?
Concept.
Yeah. Next thing. Apollo 10.5. A Space Age Childhood. This is an animated movie. Like sort of like a rotoscope style movie by damn, what was the name of the guy? Richard Linklater. Who did A Scanner Darkly, I believe. So it's in that kind of style. For this movie. But yeah, it's about a like kid getting ready to go to space. It looks pretty neat.
Crazy.
And it comes out April 1st on Netflix. Next thing, yeah, My Little Pony,
Woo!
a maritime adventure, or Maritime Bay adventure. Yeah, this is a My Little Pony game, a console game, first console game it's had since the DS. So it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah, the only
Ponies
thing
are
Ponies has had was the Game Loft game and like some weird like Flash game, but then there's also like all the fan projects that were shut down by Hasbro. But yeah, this is My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure. It's by published by Outright Games. They don't have the greatest reputation when it comes to video games. I did play their the game they published, the Adventure Time game they published, Pirates of the Enchiridion, and that was like decent. But it wasn't like, you know, great or anything. Though I do know with this game, the models look pretty good for like what kind of systems that they're on. But the interesting thing about that is that somebody that's in the Brony community actually worked on this game, DJ Thed, who is also on Brony's React with us. So yeah, somebody we know worked on the game. That's pretty neat.
I know who to bully if it sucks.
Yeah. Only if the models suck, because like he worked on the models.
No. This is Twitter. Anybody who's responsible for one part is responsible for all of it.
Great.
But yeah, it's funny because like he knew about like working on this game like since February, so he knew stuff about like the movie too, like way beforehand. He had to keep his mouth shut.
Spoil.
But yeah, this comes out May 27th, which is like around the same time the special comes out, which is kicking off the series.
Cool. Very cool.
So yeah, it's coming out around when Momocon happens. So. Next thing, this is something for Jax.
What's up?
TMNT, the Cowabunga collection.
Cowabunga, dude.
Yeah, there was a state of play, and like this is the only thing that I wanted to put in here from that because it is relevant to the stuff we talk about.
Yeah, no, that's fucking cool. They got like all the cool classic games on there. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
all
really
the different
fun to
versions
replay.
too of like the different like the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Game Boy, NES versions of like different games.
Right. And no, it's really cool. Like I'm super like excited to like grab it when it comes out. Like again, the only thing is a part of me is still upset. Like because I was talking to a few friends about this, how it's just like it's always the 80s turtles. It's always the 80s turtles. Like,
turtles. Yeah.
They ignore the 2003
Yeah.
video games, the 2007 movie game, which was actually surprisingly good as all the other stuff. But it's cool. But yeah, 80s.
But yeah, the 80s turtles did have a lot of games made. Like,
No, they are iconic.
Yeah.
No, that again, like when people try to say what's the most popular Ninja Turtles, and they say, "Oh, it's 2003." No, it's not by any regard. It's the 87 one's like most popular of all time. So, yeah, I'm super hyped for it. Super excited. It'll be fun to replay these, like, because I haven't replayed them in like decades.
Yeah,
so,
and there's also going to be like online play for
Oh fuck, that'll
for
be even
some
more
of the games,
fun
too. Yeah.
Oh dang. Ooh, yeah, super hyped.
All right, next thing. Green Eggs and Ham, the second serving. So yeah, the second season of Green Eggs and Ham, coming April 8th on Netflix.
You think it's gonna get sad randomly again?
Because
that shit came out of fucking nowhere the first time.
For those of you who don't know, Green Eggs and Ham is like one of the most expensive animated series to ever be produced.
Yeah, this is one that, yeah.
It's way better than it has any right to be.
Yeah, it's
like,
way better than the manga.
Why does it exist?
Yeah. Like, visually, it's like, this is like super good the way it looks.
It's super good aesthetically, it's super good comedically, it's super good writing wise, and then like out of nowhere they just decide like, hey, we're just gonna hurt your heartstring. I was like, what the fuck? Why are you making me tear up randomly? This is a fucking Green Eggs
Dr.
and Ham
Seuss
shit?
cartoon.
Are you fucking serious? What are you gonna do next? The fucking Grinch meets like the Cat in the Hat again? Okay, like what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm like, well, no, the Grinch and the Cat in the Hat made me fucking cry.
Yeah. What Ryan said,
I'm not gonna tell you.
5 to 6 million per episode. Like, what the fuck?
Why? This is one of the times where the
15 pages.
anime is way better than the manga, folks. So yeah, go watch it.
But yeah, but no, like Deli 18, yeah, it's in general. None of that stuff. It's like in general, like it's one of the most expensive like animated series to ever be produced.
It's so random though. It's like one of those ideas where it's just like someone just sniffing, like, you know what I fucking want? I want to spend $5 million fucking dollars on a green eggs and ham episode. No, give me 8 of them. No, multiple seasons and shit like that. Why is there? I have $8 billion. I can do what the fuck I want and shit like that. It's just like, okay. God, dude.
But yeah, the first season was good. So hopefully this one is too.
Like, fuck.
Oh man.
All right. Next thing. The Boys season 3 had their trailer. I kind of wish I did not watch the trailer because like it feels like
I didn't watch it at all.
Yeah, I feel like they gave a lot of stuff away. I'm like, damn it.
All I saw was the thumbnail, and I was like, I feel like if I watch this, it's gonna give a lot of stuff away.
Yeah,
so I'm not gonna watch
like
it.
because
So,
like man, there's like so many different like kills that they show in the trailer. It's like, man, I want to be surprised, but like,
right?
Not even because I don't know like who is being killed like a lot of the time when I was watching the trailer. But the thing is like a lot of what I like about The Boys is that the tension building up to a kill is like so intense.
Yeah, it is.
So
it's like
so now
good.
now I feel like I'm gonna see it coming.
Well, no, that's the problem with trailers. Like that's why like most of the time I don't watch it. Like the only exception I've ever had with like watching a trailer was the Spider-Man No Way Home one, because I know all the shit with like Toby and Andrew would have been blasted to me every single way, and I was like, I might as well experience that myself in the trailer. So like that was the only reason I like watch those trailers. Like that was literally the only reason. But besides that, I always avoid the trailers just because I can pick up like story beats of just like, oh, they're in this area where I saw this happen in the trailer, so this is gonna eventually happen. I'm like, okay, yeah, oh, there we go, boom. Well, I wasn't surprised because I caught it from the happening. So like that's why I avoid this stuff. So I hope it's good. Since the guy who plays Homelander is actually actual Homelander for what he did in real life. So yeah, so that's fucking method acting took too far.
Yeah, that comes out June 3rd.
Sweet.
Next, we got our final trailer for Sonic.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either. Shit.
Yeah.
I watched the first one. Didn't see that one.
Yeah, but the poster is really cool though, because it's kind of like dope. It's imitating the way the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 Genesis box art looks like, which is really awesome.
Also, the dope thing about Sonic, just gonna give them props because they like actually listen, is like when everyone was giving them like shit about like Colleen like not being on the poster, they were like, here she has her own poster, her name is all big, and I was like, yeah, fucking give her that fucking shine. So that was good.
Yeah, I think Sonic 2 is going to be like better than the first one. Like just from everything I've seen so far, I was like, this seems like the movie that people thought the first movie was.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense though. I can't wait for fucking Shadow to cameo at the end and be voiced by Will Smith. So yeah. Yeah. There we go.
All right. I think that's all the trailer stuff.
Obi-Wan
wait, no,
Kenobi.
there's one more. Yeah, one more. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. That was one that I wasn't expecting to get chills from, but got chills from just because that Duel of the Fates mixed with Battle of the Heroes, just combination, and the fact of like they introduced the Inquisitors from Rebels and stuff like that, and then like having them all in live action. Though I'll say some of them look kind of odd in live action, which I was like, I kind of wish you kept this sort of design. But yeah, I thought I'm very excited for this. Like, I'm more excited just to see Ewan and Hayden again, just because like in the prequels they like had like bad writing and dialogue and stuff like that, but since like most of the stuff has been competent with like I wouldn't say because Boba Fett sucked. I'm just gonna say I did not like a lot of Boba Fett. I did not care for a lot of it, but like Mandalorian is pretty damn good, and I know this is written by someone else, right? Like it's not written by the
Don't
Mandalorian
know.
people.
I don't believe so. No.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So like that is questionable, but I'm very curious to see Ewan and Hayden again. Like I just want to see those two again, and then if it's good, sweet. If it's not, oh well. Just
I'm very happy that it looks like we're not going to be on Tatooine
oh
for the whole time. Holy shit! I'm so tired of this planet. I really hope after Obi-Wan we never have to look at Tatooine again. Very tired
Right.
of the sand planet. But I'm also like, as much as if it's better and it's like if you have 6 solid episodes and that's what's great, fine. But I feel like we're just getting shorter and shorter seasons of shows that it doesn't make the 6 week, like it's like, all right, 6 weeks of content and then 2 years you'll get a season 2 or something. And it's like, I don't know, unless it's all quality. Like the Boba Fett was 7 episodes and maybe 3.5 were great.
Yeah, 3.5 were great. Like once the other Boba Fett showed up.
So I don't know. The same thing with the Moon Knight show. Like Moon Knight's only 6 episodes, and I'm like, I feel like we're getting shorter and shorter. Like I had to come to terms with like, okay, news shows are like 10 episodes for seasons. I get that now. I understand. Then we went to 8, and now we're at 6. What's next? 1 episode a year? Come on, we need to have a little more than 6
That's
weeks.
called a movie.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I mean, they jingled the member berries, and that made me excited too. I was like, hey, I remember this song when I was 10. Hey, that's the guy that I saw when I was 10 and didn't realize that it was bad. So like that's all cool, and I hope that Ewan McGregor gets like screen time worthy of his character, because he just kind of sat around and did nothing in the first movie, and then the second one the third one he just acted really stupid because he wasn't able to realize his best friend was blatantly becoming an evil man. I don't know. I guess it's the only thing I mentioned this on Twitter. It's kind of strange that right off the heels of the sequel trilogy, which like very much like called the nature of the Jedi into question, this show's coming out where it's like blatantly categorizing the Jedi as good guys. Like they're so good, they have to help. That's how I hunt Jedi. They're just too nice. So I don't know. The series, the Star Wars in general seems to not really know what it wants to do with the Jedi. I'm not against them being like multifaceted, but it seems like each person who's in charge of a part of this franchise has their own kind of idea of what Jedi were, because in the OT, they were so mysterious that you kind of filled in the blanks yourself. And every creative person in a leading position in these other projects kind of fills in the blanks with how they interpreted them. And it feels a little weird to me. It might not be a problem in the actual show, but the trailer, since it so heavily means like the Jedi are Boy Scouts. And then like last year, Luke was like, "Oh, fuck the Jedi, they suck,"
Right.
And then before that, George Lucas was like, "Those Jedi, they're kind of fucking creepy and weird. They don't know what love is. That's kind of strange." So I don't know. It feels like tonally just all over the map.
Exactamundo. But lightsaber fight.
But yeah, as soon as they bring out Robo Darth Maul and fights, and Jewel of the Fates comes on and be like, "I'm back in it."
Right.
All right, but yeah, that comes out May 25th. All right, that's it for trailers. Let's go into some news stuff and then the Q&A. So
news stuff, the Q&A.
First news stuff. Speaking of Batman earlier, Penguin's getting his own series.
Is it like the Penguin?
Yeah, the Penguin from the Batman. Yeah, Colin Farrell. Yeah, is getting a limited series on HBO Max.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're gonna have a DC EU, and then we're gonna have the Batman cinematic.
Oh my god!
Didn't we have that with? Didn't they do this with Gotham already? With like, I don't know. I didn't watch Gotham, but yeah, sure. Okay, what?
Yeah,
I
don't even know if Gotham is connected to anything.
No, Gotham's not. Yeah, Gotham's not. Yeah, they got a fucking new show called Pennyworth about Alfred's, man. It's just like giving everyone fucking shows. So.
the fucking Teen Titans Go, like,
right?
Like, the joke that they had in that movie, like it was like, oh yeah, like of like Robin was like, I want to get my own movie, and there's like the trailer shows up and it's a movie for Alfred. It's
Yeah, literally. Literally, that's what it is. It's just like fucking shows about Alfred Pennyworth before when he was like this. It's just like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't know, like, it just is too much. But okay, if the show's good, cool. But I don't know. It just feels overwhelming at times with how much you have to keep up with. It's just like, I don't want to keep up with this shit.
And
HBO is really trying to make sure no matter what film they're doing, whether it's as serious as a Batman or as fun and open as like the Suicide Squad, they're gonna milk shows from it, and they're gonna do it whether or not the director had that planned or not.
Right, and it's just like the whole thing with it is just. It's like, you give me something I like, because it's getting to that point now where it's just like, all right, I really like this thing. It's like, I like cake. You gave me a cake. I enjoy this. It's like, oh, you really like that cake? Yeah, well, guess what? Here's another one for you, but I'm full. I'm satisfied. No, guess what? Here's another one, and here's extra icing, and you get to eat the whole thing. I'm fine. No, you have to keep eating this, and we're going to give you another one.
Yeah,
You're going to keep eating it.
It's not just that. It's like you have a nice, delicious cake, and then they're just like, here's some Oreo cakesters that we're gonna keep giving you.
Oh God, no,
please,
Tom.
What if on top of that they also wanted to give you a couple Twinkies, just a couple of extra things.
Right.
Yeah, here's
some little Debbie's cakes.
It's not the only show
You're gonna
that's
get a new one every
See,
week for the rest of your life.
You see, my little.
It's not the only show that's happening.
Okay. Oh, see, it's not the only show that's happened. See, so right there. It's just like,
there's
see,
the second Batman show that's being spun off.
Oh God.
Jack, you want to let them know what's happening?
Oh God. The second Batman show. Oh.
What's the other Batman show?
It's Arkham.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
So instead of having the police department, there was Gotham PD. They're gonna just most likely take Jeffrey Wright's character and have him deal with certain cases and offbeat characters of the Rogues Gallery with Arkham.
Man, fucking Joker and all that will just be in there like Hannibal Lecter. And it's just see, Paley, this is what I was telling you about with like My Little Pony, where like it ended at such a good rate, and then like Pony Life came out, and it's just like, oh, look, there's an hors d'oeuvre table if you want to try it. All right, I'll try it. This tastes kind of funny. I'm good, thanks. And then it's just like you kind of go on with your life. Shit like this is just
media companies, they need to like take music theory, because they need to realize that rests are more important than notes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
With
Yes.
streaming services, it's like, and then
they need content.
Right. Oh God.
They put Batman in theaters, so now we have to have 2 shows.
Oh God, this is so tiring though.
All right.
Batman.
Yeah.
Speaking of Batman and DC and stuff, Warner Brothers and DC actually delayed a bunch of movies.
Oh yeah,
right after their new trailer.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah,
fuck,
like
man.
when I went to go see the Batman, I was like, oh yeah, all those movies are they're not coming out like right.
2022 needs heroes.
Yeah,
and then they took all the heroes out of it and just say, nah, never mind. No, we don't know what's happening anymore.
I remember when people were like, "Do you think the DC could beat Marvel in superhero movies this year because they have blah blah blah?" And then it's just like, "Oh no, never mind." No. But then this movie, but like that's the thing, like their Batman movie. I mean, like DC now has The Dark Knight and this Batman movie, so it's just like, oh, you guys are pretty like S tier with when you get shit right, when you actually get shit right. It's
you don't have to worry about all these connected universe. This character does that. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna do a Batman movie by itself that's not connected. Okay, we're gonna do a Joker movie by itself that's not connected. Dope. All right, you could do that more. You could do that with other characters by themselves. Like, you can make a Superman movie that's just a Superman movie.
Make him be a himbo all the way through it, and just like, oh, I'm Superman.
Like you can make Wonder Woman a Wonder. Like, I mean, I know they have their own separate movies, but they still all connect at the end of the day. You could still connect them. So, which is not a bad thing, but I mean, I think they have. I feel like they saw how well the Batman's doing, how well Joker's doing. They're like, why do we have a connected universe again? Why are we doing these other movies?
Exactly. They could have had it.
Aquaman 2 for sure, because the first one made $1 billion, so of course they're gonna make that sequel. But
of course,
yeah. Aquaman 2 is pushed from December to March next year.
March next year, fuck.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, get it off of Avatar 2, sure. I don't want to see that battle. That's fine. And they're like, but we put Shazam 6 months earlier and put it right against Avatar 2, and I'm like,
is Avatar 2 actually coming out for real?
Who knows? I don't trust it. I'd never trust it.
I don't trust it. Like, it's been like,
I don't trust it either.
I think Disney's actually going to force them to make it happen finally.
I don't think it actually is.
Fox never pushed on Cameron, and I think Disney's like, just do it already.
I
Just
think
do
it's
it.
literally just going to be like an IMAX viewing of just what was it, Pandora and the fucking unobtainium. That's what they called. I can't believe they actually
Unobtainium,
called it
yeah.
fucking unobtainium bullshit. It's
It's
so
kind of
stupid.
like a name they threw into the script as like a placeholder. Like, we'll come up with the name later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
They're just like, it's
unobtainium.
perfect.
All right. I only got a few more things here before we go to Q&A. All right, next thing. John DiMaggio is coming back as Bender. After
Yeah,
negotiations. Now I know I
I
know what you're gonna say, because like you
I
and
know.
Hero and Saber a bit have said like this seems like a marketing ploy. I don't believe that, only for the fact that I think you guys are completely overestimating the general public's knowledge of voice actors, because people don't know shit about voice actors. Like, if you ask people on the street like who voices like certain characters, they are not gonna know.
Well, I think, but if you conversely, I think if you go up to someone on the street, and it's like, how would you feel if they changed Bender's voice actor in Futurama? They'd be like, well, I don't
What's
know,
a
I like
voice
Bender's
actor?
voice. No, Bender's voice, like Bender's voice on Futurama or
voice,
something
yeah,
like that. Yeah, they'd be like upset because there are people upset when they
Yeah.
changed fucking all those Simpsons voice actors. Like that was for a completely different thing, but it was just like
Yeah.
there's a lot of mainstream normie people upset. They're like, oh, they changed this person's voice. Man, I don't like that shit like that. So I think it's just one of those situations. If you went up and was like, how would you feel a different voice? They'd be upset. Like that's my opinion on it. But oh well,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see when the fucking show comes out. Hopefully it's good.
I still think it shouldn't happen. Like Futurama like ended where
Yep.
like with an ending.
Yeah, they
Right.
tried real nice.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It ended nicely. And I didn't even know it was the ending when I first saw it. I was just like, oh, when's the next episode? And I was like, oh, fuck, it's over. Shit. All right, well.
Yeah.
At this rate, we're going to have a Futurama in the year 2000.
Dun, dun,
Um.
dun, dun,
All right.
dun, dun.
Next thing. Amazon is eyeing a God of War series.
Boy. That's just my response to that. Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Please
Nah.
say animated.
No.
No.
It's done?
I don't know.
Well, like
No,
Invincible?
it's
Dude, if
no
it was
info.
animated like Invincible, that'd be hype.
I'd be down for that.
That would be really cool, but I think it's gonna be a live action thing.
Of course it is.
I don't
Yeah,
trust
so they're gonna cast as Kratos.
Yeah,
that has-
it's a live action TV series. Yeah.
It's gonna be The Rock as Kratos. I'm telling you.
Rock is
Yeah,
Kratos.
Laugh now. It's gonna be someone like The Rock because they just want someone who's very
Buff.
yeah.
They want someone like that jacked to be crazy. I mean, like how many WWE like the only one who can do it is like Batista is like a really good actor because I love The Rock.
Batista could work.
Yeah.
Batista's in Dune. He did a great job.
Batista is a phenomenal actor. The Rock plays himself in every fucking movie. I love The Rock, but he plays himself in every fucking movie.
All right, hear me
Okay.
out. John Cena as
John-
Kratos.
John Cena is Kratos. Like, can you believe this shit, boy? I used to fucking work at the fucking Olympus, and they kill my family. The fucking pussies. Can you believe that shit? It's just like, what are you talking?
I love it.
Boy.
All right. Last two things. All right. Super Nintendo World is opening in Universal Studios Hollywood next year.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
I
Let's go.
thought they were going to do the Orlando park first, but I guess they're doing Hollywood first. Because they're both being worked on at the same time. Like both are being built. But I guess Hollywood is opening first.
Okay, that's cool.
So yeah.
Sounds fun. I hope they have a bunch of those VR like roller coasters where like they put.
Yeah, I mean,
what are those
yeah,
roller coasters?
Because that's the thing that they opened up in Japan was the VR Mario Kart thing.
It's like an actual roller coaster where it moves you in the thing. Because like,
Yeah,
what was that?
You move in it. But it's not like a roller coaster.
Okay, so there was
yeah.
this thing. I don't know if it was like on a TV show or something like that. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. But like, it was like they put you in like these VR things, but like you go up and down like an actual roller coaster.
You go in a roller coaster and you see like
yeah, and you like actually, so it's
VR.
like you're in it's like you're going through a fucking like whatever like environment. But you're just doing a regular roller coaster, but like because you're wearing the things, it looks like you're just. I just thought it was cool.
It goes on your face.
Let me try and find it. I'll try and send it over because I saw. I was like, it was something where like they were, I guess, like in a compartment or something like that. I don't know. I have to go look. I saw it a while ago. Let me go find it.
I want something that's been on somebody else's face to be on.
Yeah, that'd be weird, especially in these times. Fucking, I don't want
Yeah.
no fucking Paul Dano slime on me, so shit like that.
Paul Dano slime.
No.
All right. But yeah, I hope to get there Sunday. Because I love Universal Studios Hollywood. I've been there a few times. It's very fun. Last thing before Q&A. Annie Awards.
You mean the Arcane Awards?
Yeah, the Arcane Awards. Yeah, Arcane won like pretty much every category they were in.
The best.
You know what? Good.
Ever.
Arcane's
It's
fucking
decent. It's pretty good.
And surprisingly,
It's like a fight you, Jeff.
right.
I was like, whoa.
and surprisingly, the Mitchells vs. the Machines won Best Animated Feature. Because like I thought Encanto would have gotten it. But no, Mitchells vs. Machines got it, and it also.
I still need to watch that movie.
Yeah,
It's really good.
yeah.
I like
Okay.
It got a couple other awards too. But yeah, we watched it. I actually like so much prefer how they did the Annie Awards like this year and the previous year, where they had like pre-recorded things, because it was under 2 hours. Like it was like, wow, that's great for an award show. It doesn't have to last a super long time.
I just want them to eventually just like cut to the chase and just have it be like a blog post. So we really need.
I mean, that's what happened to the Golden Globes this year, because they didn't live stream it. But yeah, Arcane like won most things, is for the categories that they were in. Something interesting. Ratchet and Clank won for best character animation in a video game.
Oh yeah, of course. It was beautiful. It looked like I was
How
playing
did
a
the
game.
suits come out and accept the award?
Yeah.
Is that true? I actually.
There's like a bunch of people like accept it. Yeah, the guys who had like $100 billion got best animation for a video game.
What?
What
I
a
can't believe
surprise!
it.
It's
But yeah, another thing. Some of the like, they do like individual awards too, like the June Foray Award, Special Achievement, Obi-Works, and Windsor McKay awards. One I was surprised hadn't been done yet was Toshio Suzuki, who was for Studio Ghibli, because I believe like Miyazaki and Takahata had already gotten their Windsor McKay awards. I think it was posthumous for Takahata. But yeah, Toshio Suzuki got him. He was the producer for Studio Ghibli. So yeah.
Paley, both ways. Which way is
What? Ghibli and Ghibli? Yeah.
The Ghibli Jibs.
Yeah, Ghiblies.
The Ghibli Giblies.
Anyway, now let's go into Q&A. We probably can't take much because we already
getting late.
Went over.
It's getting late. I'm gonna ride my Mario Kart.
So I'm gonna look at the super chats here. From Dale 18, there's a 7-month member saying, what is your unpopular opinion with the trope of amnesia, the trope that involves losing your memory and is up to others to get their memories back? For the trope of amnesia?
Depends on how it's used.
Like in if it's used comedically, like in Hey Arnold, I think it can like sometimes, or like that can make me laugh. Like, or if it's it really depends on how it's used, because it like if it's used comedically, I will like it can make me laugh at times, as long as I get it back within the same episode or something like that. But if it's like something that's like a plot point that's ongoing for like numerous episodes, here we fucking go. That just irritates me.
It can be used to tell a decent story. The problem is like because it's been so overused, like every time someone has amnesia, like okay, so their plot's important, their backstory's important, it's gonna come back and be a thing later in the show, and it's gonna subvert their character. Like you already know what their arc's going to be at that point. It's just a matter of figuring out like what exactly it's going to be, as opposed to like how it's.
I have a super unscholarly answer.
Yes.
It's just how I feel in my gut. I'm fine with Amnesia as long as it's not in a JRPG. Never do that in a JRPG ever again, please. My God, have mercy. No more. Just no more.
From Enigma Prince, for all of you, what's your go-to alcoholic drink if you do indeed drink, and what alcoholic drink best represents you as a whole, as well as if there was a time that you were completely shit-faced?
Mead. Fucking mead. I
Now
love
we're
mead.
playing tonight.
We were.
Yeah, nice. Or that whatever that lemonade shit I had before. That was fucking bomb. I love that.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
No, it wasn't. Mike's Hard Lemonade is good actually, but it was like something we had at like
Sure.
Cider Fest. But it was fucking good. It was like hard. It wasn't Mike's Hard Lemonade specifically, but it was like a lemonade drink with like some form of alcohol in it that I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I like walked around talking about which horses I'd fuck. So yeah, it was great. Beautiful. Yeah.
Don't get shit faced, but like my go-to drink is a Bud Light Strawberryta, which you can get from like a gas station, just because they're easy to acquire. They're not great, but they have 8% alcohol volume, so they can get me buzzed because they're very, very. There's a lot. It's 25 fluid ounces. So it can get me buzzed, which is why I like to be. I don't have any particular interest in being drunk. But the drink that describes me as a what's up?
I was just saying I was gonna give my.
Yeah. So the drink that describes me as a person is a proper margarita. Give me a margarita any day. Oh my god, I love margaritas so
Yeah,
much.
margaritas are pretty dope.
My go-to drink is usually just like a vodka shot or like just very basic.
Mm-hmm.
Doing anything fancy. Like I'll usually just like again, I prefer being buzzed, so I'll usually just have a beer. I usually have like a Michelob Ultra because they're like low carb. So like have a couple of them, you don't feel like overly bloated or anything. Or I'll just if I want to get fucked up, I'll just have vodka shots. I did get really drunk once when we did RadCon 4. One of the things we did at that like convention, like little event we had on the other podcast is we had streams where you could donate to have us take shots. So we had a whole drinking thing set up. And I'd never been that drunk in my life. We mixed all our alcohols. I puked violently in my sleep and woke up covered in puke. It was awesome.
Ew.
By awesome,
It was awesome.
sick. It happened, and I don't recommend it. But we made a lot of money, so
What the hell am I waiting for?
Beautiful.
Mine's Scotch. It's Scotch all around. Everything. Skinny whiskey and Scotch.
Put Malibu in anything, I'm good.
Nice.
Did Saber have an answer?
I don't drink.
It's not true.
That is completely false.
I like mellow. I drink mellow yellows.
Saber likes gin and tonic.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one here who doesn't drink. So, yeah.
the only.
I don't drink.
You
I don't
Often.
drink anymore.
Like-
Yeah, I don't drink much anymore.
You're not really missing much, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
really not.
it's
Yeah.
there.
Because like
I
I hear a lot of people like have like the social pressure or the peer pressure to like do it with their friends or whatever, and I'm like, I've never felt that. Like, thankfully I have good friends that don't force me to. So
We'll have to change that next time we hang out.
yeah. You said
Yeah, we're gonna hold you down next time and just fucking chug, bitch, chug. That'd be awful.
Good friend.
That's so terrible.
We can give him some edibles and some shots.
Go give him a brownie and say like, "Yo, have you tried these new special brownies we just got?" Oh, that'd be terrible.
Wow.
That'd be
A
so.
true friend makes you smell some weed.
No, drugging someone.
Can you imagine Pedro just sitting there and be like, "Whoa,
Whoa.
Well,
You know what?
Weird.
Boobs.
Alien does not sound like that.
I've been doing that voice so long. It's my pick.
and
That's fine.
then a super chat here from Del18 asking, I'll say this on the matter of Turning Red. I really wish that this movie benefited from a release for theaters instead of putting it on streaming.
I'm glad I didn't have to pay for it.
Let's do both.
Yeah, I think
Both
Sesame
is good.
Street makes a lot of sense.
Both is good.
Yeah,
Why is both not the thing? Do both.
yeah,
I don't know.
Disney was doing that for a lot of films last year, but they're not doing it this year.
Well, it's because they were doing it for
Because-
COVID. Now they want the box office number.
Because
Yeah.
then there's a less chance that shitty little children will ruin your movie.
Yeah,
That's. I mean, we don't live in an age where we have to come back to our 19-inch CRTs. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta
I still want theater to go
for
on.
under $1,000.
I still want theater to live because I love going into the theater and just hearing all the speakers. Oh, it gives me life, man.
yeah.
I need that.
They're big.
I like
Big
the
dick
speakers,
energy,
but I don't
so-
like the speakers. The people talking.
It's not so
Yeah.
good in 3 years.
All right.
Say what?
I only got a few questions on
Like,
Twitter
maybe?
here, so I'll go ahead and go over them. From Nathaniel Foga asking, what was the first film you guys saw in theaters when you were young? For me, it was Lion King, or the first one I was like self-aware for.
Yeah, I think it was
me.
Lion King too. We got
What?
not Lion King 2 to like Lion King
As
as
well.
well. Yeah,
Lion
we got
Tutu?
yeah, Lion King 2, the better one, the hero less. So what was it? No, yeah, it was Lion King because I have a very specific memory of like the mouse like running across the screen and Scar's paw just slamming down. Like I remember that so
Yeah.
vividly. Like and then so that was definitely Lion King.
Life's not fair, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
So good.
See, will I? Anyways, Nutty Professor.
Nutty Professor?
Yes, that was the first movie I saw in theaters. I was like 7 years old or something, or even younger, maybe.
Nice.
Jordan, what was yours?
I really can't remember. I'm trying to think.
Turning Red.
Turning Red was the first movie I saw at home. I really don't know. It's something from that mid '90s. I don't.
Small Soldiers.
No,
Is
I
that
don't
an
think it's
Eminem
that
song?
either. That's Toy Soldiers.
Oh, it's Toy Soldiers. That's right. Ooh,
What are
I
you
haven't
talking
heard
about,
that
Toy
song in
Soldiers?
Ever. Oof.
Small Soldiers is. Are you talking about Toy Soldiers or Small Soldiers? Because Small Soldiers is the one with toys.
So I want
And Toy Soldiers is the Eminem song.
time is it?
I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't.
No, we
try-
might need to dip out here soon because I gotta take Tom home.
Which means I have to watch Lamb.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and like go over the rest of these. You can leave if you want.
Okay. All right, guys. You all have a good night. We'll talk to you all
Good
later.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.
All right. Two here from Brandon King. Question: the One Piece live action show has announced 6 more actors to play the characters for the first season. Will any of you check it out when it comes out, or are you hesitant because of what happened with the Cowboy Bebop live action show? Yeah,
I'm obligated to.
I watched 2 episodes of the Cowboy Bebop live action show. I was like, no.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obligated. I've been following One Piece for over 20 years now, so I'm obligated to
Yeah,
like
but
watch
I
some
have
of
a
it.
feeling it's the same thing's gonna happen. It's gonna have one
No,
season.
I know,
and
same
then,
too.
and
No-
then it's gonna get canceled.
No, exactly. I have the same exact feeling, so I might as well see how it goes because it's just like I'm so curious how you're going to pull off some of these designs in live action and how some of these
Yeah.
attacks in live action. Like that is what I'm most curious about. Is just how those are
Like
gonna
of
play
all the anime to adapt into live action, One Piece.
right. Like I think I was talking to like Animat about like what would anime would work in live action, and then we like both agreed like Dragon Maid because it's like it's just women turn into fucking dragons, and then like you just hang out slice of life shit like that could work.
Yeah,
That's
just
just so
hanging out.
simple. Yeah, just hanging out, turning into dragon like that could work, but anything else is just I can't.
Yeah. Dreaming of finishing the story. Dreaming.
It's on a hiatus now.
No.
Oh, did you hear about what happened in Japan? Like the whole
Oh,
like
God.
it's on indefinite hiatus because someone hacked the Japanese anime thing. So like they have to like redo a bunch of shit now. So it's like on indefinite hiatus for the anime, and then Oda just went on hiatus for the manga for 2 weeks, and this is like oh shit. So yeah, shit's crazy.
Wow.
Then another one from Brandon King asking one other question. Apparently, friends of Trayfon are organizing the 20th anniversary thing for Chalk Zone. and I was wondering, can we get some Chalk Zone love with any memories?
Moo's got the chalk. Boom, boom,
That-
boom.
He's got the
Man,
job.
am I gonna say it again?
Yes, do it.
Goody.
That's why
Okay.
I'm leading you into it here. I'm giving you the alley oop. Dunk
Let's
it.
keep it mega short. That theme song is hype as shit. I love
Yeah.
the Chalk Zone theme song. That guitar is oh my God, that
Mr.
solo.
Tabooty.
Shit is so
No.
good. It goes so hard. It is so
Mr.
fucking
Tabooty, why are you, if you're from Greenland, why are you blue? Because it's very cold in Greenland, whatever the fuck the bullet was. Yeah.
Oh,
His last
Rudy.
name- Oh
Rudy.
my God, that's so on point. Holy shit.
I love
So good.
Chalk Zone so much.
Chalk Zone. Penny was cute.
Tabooty.
Penny was
No.
one of my first cartoon crushes. Yes.
Cartoons.
Yeah, she's voiced by Starfire
Princess
and
Bubblegum?
Princess Bubblegum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, more Chalk Zone. I made a very specific video talking about that show that deserved better. It did.
Right.
Chalk Zone could. Not that like I don't appreciate what the guy was doing with this show, but it's just like the stories that could be made with that concept are like
It's a
endless.
great
It's-
idea.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
fantastic idea.
From Enigma Prince on Twitter, asking, based on the premise of the recent movie Turning Red, what animal would you change into based on your most used emotion, and would you keep it?
Shark. Street shark. I want to be
Are
a
you that
street shark.
angry all the
You gotta clarify
time?
that.
I want to be a street shark.
But that's not. Is that your emotion?
No,
that you have?
you're just gonna be a shark, and like
no, I want to be
Yeah.
a street shark. She's an anthro fucking red panda standing on her hind legs. I want to be a fucking street shark. Okay, leave me alone.
Gigantic ass panda. Like-
Yeah. I want to be a fucking street. All right, fine. A T-Rex. No, not T-Rex. Don't have arms. I want to be a Godzilla. Yeah, Godzilla. There we go.
I want to
Yeah.
be a Godzilla.
Yeah, a
You know
Godzilla.
one of those
Godzilla.
Godzillas?
I'm a
I
Godzilla.
want to be a King Ghidorah.
Yeah. I'm a King Ghidorah doesn't have arms, Jordan. You think? See, we're the King Ghidorah
But I
heads
got
because we're
3
Jordans.
heads, and
We
then the
need one
2
more
side
Jordan.
Heads would be hands.
We need Josh. There you go. We have a Josh, Jordan. Okay, there we go. Quiet, you idiot. We're the 3 heads.
I guess a snow leopard.
Snow
The
leopard?
snow leopard specifically.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Tai Lung. I see you.
It's just
See-
because they're solitary animals. And I'm
Yeah.
usually. It sounds so like pity me, but I literally mean like I'm alone a lot of the time, and they're the solitary animals. So I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you are a cat though. Like as a cat person.
I guess
Yeah.
so. I'm not.
Like
a
you have the
person,
cat
I'm literally
personality.
a
Paleo
dog
has a cat
yes.
personality.
I'm
Jordan,
a
do you have a
person, but I have a cat personality.
Yeah, that's true. Jordan, are you a cat personality or a dog personality?
Definitely a cat personality.
Mm.
Okay, like this feisty
And then,
man.
and then
Oh.
Saber is this
Yeah.
like hybrid. He's a dad.
He's one of those fucking lazy
Dog.
dog.
Right. Lazy dog.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know what I'd be.
Paleo,
'Cause-
just say a street shark dolphin. There you go. Okay.
Because I would say dolphin, but I was like, I don't want to cheat. Like,
Is it
Okay,
practice?
fine.
It's based off your emotion, not what you want to fucking be.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
the question said, right?
Wait, based off your emotion?
yeah, it's based off your
Yeah, it's
emotion.
Based off
If it was
your
what I wanted to
emotion.
be, I'd just be a
Paleo's
fucking
like an
otter,
ostrich.
whatever.
Paleo's like a fucking bird,
Ostrich?
though. No, he's like a bird. Like Paleo, like you have this way of eating where it's like you fucking like are so slow, but like you like eat your food. Like you know what you do? Like you eat like a bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Fine,
You know,
fine. I'd be a
Paleo-
parrot then, or whatever.
There
I
you
love
go, a
parrots.
parrot. There you
Yeah,
go.
Paleo's an
Ah!
ostrich. Paleo's definitely the kind of person like his body would be facing that way, but his head would be facing this way.
Paleo do that shit where birds like twitch their head like
Yeah,
to the left and right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah, birds can do that though. Like,
Voiced by
yeah,
Cobra Guy.
parrots can do that. They can like turn their head around.
You want to be an owl?
Yeah, owls
Yeah.
can do that.
Owls are scary. Like, would you have to go like? Would you go be abducting animals from the neighborhood and shit like that if you're an owl?
Owls are such cool animals that I never remember are cool. Like
Owls
honestly,
are terrifying.
Like when we went to that convention and that person like they took out the owl or whatever and let it like fly around a little bit. I was like, this animal's sick, dude. Like,
Yeah.
we
They
just
are
never
sick
think about
mentally
it.
for what they do to people.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
Harry Potter a broom once.
Right.
Right. I always forget they're cool.
We got a couple of from Rigid Rat. First, there's a joke. So it's not really a question, but I have a joke for you. One time, I gave my friend an origami elephant. He said, thanks, I'll put it in my room. I said, don't mention it.
Don't mention
I'm
it.
trying so hard.
Oh, is it a pun for like mentioning? Like
No, he gave him an origami elephant.
Oh, don't mention
origami.
the elephant.
Don't
in
mention
Oh
the
the
yeah,
room.
elephant.
yeah. Oh, don't
Yeah.
mention. That's good. That's a
I
good one.
see what you did there.
And
I see what
then
you
the
did.
question from Richard Rat was pineapple pizza, yay or nay? Nay.
I'm allergic, and I wouldn't eat that shit
care.
anyways because I
care
don't
what people
understand.
do.
Yeah, I don't care what people do, but like to me, I don't get like the coldness. Like someone tried to prove a point to me of like, oh, I was like, I just don't care for pineapple pizza because blah blah blah. And like, well, you're gonna like it. And like, I'm probably not. And then like they had a pizza party. And the entire pizza party was pineapple pizzas. Like, now you gotta try. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm allergic. What the fuck is your problem? Okay, I can't eat this shit. It's just like,
I love pineapple.
yeah.
I don't know about on
Yeah.
pizza, but I love pineapple.
Pineapple is delicious. Oh my gosh, my second.
Is it
favorite
though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's right up there with coconuts.
Coconuts all. Well, my parents are from the Caribbean.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you, but then you said that shit. So yeah.
No, I love coconut.
And then
Put some lime in it.
then last
mix it all.
yeah, last question here from Arthur Churro, asking question for everyone. With Turning Red, what are your guys' thoughts on people on social media interpreting the close friendship of the girls in the film as gay? Do any of you think the platonic friendships are not as well interpreted in media?
No, here's the thing. These days, it is like this thing is everyone is just so hyper aggressive, like because we're so progressive, and that is good. We have a lot of representation in media. That is really good. So people can see themselves in media. That is great. But there's a lot of characters who are just platonic friends that because of it, they are just now like, no, they're gay together. They're in a relationship together. If you say anything otherwise and you're like homophobic or something like that, and it's just like, wait, where'd you get that from? Like literally, like because it was like some people were doing with this Sam and Bucky, and then Anthony Mackie was like, no, they're just friends, and people like got mad, like, no, there's just something about this. It's like, what the fuck are you people talking about? Like literally, like if you watch it, they're friends. It's the same thing with like Poe and Finn in the very first Star Wars movie. People were like, oh yeah, they're like in a relationship, and it's just like,
that was weird.
no, they're not. They are fucking friends, and people will do this thing over and over. It's like, they can be friends. Like the one that I would think was like gay or like that or bi was the Indian girl who was dancing with the goth girl, because like her friends were like, yeah, she's dancing with her. Like that was the only one I thought like got that vibe from. But everyone else, I was just like, oh, they're just
Conversely, no one said they were straight either, so that argument also goes that way. It's like, I think they're friends. I think they weren't romantically involved. Like,
I will say, like if they did explore that in the movie, the setting is 2002. Do you know how kids acted in 2002 towards gay people?
Yeah, no, exactly.
In 2002,
exactly. Like,
oh yeah, kids were super homophobic.
No, we were horrifying.
ooh,
like,
we don't even. So what's up? Sorry,
Some people just like with this story, like this is someone's story, right? And people are putting their own projections onto someone's story. And now maybe there's something like that in the future for their friendship.
Yeah,
right.
That's not the story being told. And they're just close friends, and this was their story, and that's how I interpret it, and that's what they showed, right? They're close, and I've seen friendships that are close.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. And if that's not the story they were trying to tell in this,
yeah,
it was in there, it wouldn't have changed anything for, my opinion on the film.
Yeah.
It's just the story the director and the writers were trying to tell.
Yeah, exactly. It is fucking like everyone here has like said their points so incredibly personally, and like again, very valid point here. Like they could be like again. I'm assuming like for me, I could see them as that, but I don't see them in each other at all. Like you just said with the romantic thing, but it's just like the whole thing, and then like what Paleo said with like the whole. It is 2002, and again, like I like back then, a lot of us kids like were just not accepting. We were not accepting.
Just let the F word fly, baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We would say that shit like religiously as a kid.
And look how they showed her relationship with her family. Especially like this is her first time rebelling, and like even if those feelings were there, do you think that's something at that age she would be like ready to explore and deal with her parents.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like they specifically showed how everything had to be a certain way in her life. So
Mhm.
I don't I
Mhm.
wouldn't that's I don't know, that's why I didn't explore it. Plus they spend half the movie, not half the movie, but like, oh, guys, her first liking guys. And okay, she could like guys, she could like girls. That's fantastic, but that's what they chose to explore in the film, and I don't
Mhm.
think it's fair to project on someone else's personal story like that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah. It happens because like people really want to see themselves in media, and when they don't, and it's just like they get excited. Like I'll go on to a whole nother tangent. So but yeah, I think we all covered it well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got a couple more super chats here. One from Malik Webster saying, Toonami is 25 now. What are some moments from its run that mean the most to you? And also, what moments from the block got you the most hype? Adult Swim included.
No.
Bo.
Oh, fuck. Is it Jordan? See, that was one of those moments in high school where I remember I had like because I was like on the football team and I was like, you see that bullshit, Bobo? I was like, yeah, this fucking ruining the network for these fucking kids, this horrible trash. No, cause I like before I watched Bobo, because Bobo is fucking hilarious. Like it is a fucking hilarious show. But I remember like 17-year-old me, I was like, what is this garbage tarnishing Toonami? Like, how dare they do this? But yeah, what was it? I think like anything like Dragon Ball related, like those, because those promos, they had fucking Peter Cullen, Optimus fucking Prime narrating these
Yeah.
promos for
Those
Dragon
promos
Ball
were
Z.
really great.
And it was fucking hype as hell. Like it was so godly.
I
It was
just
so
remember like
fucking
getting off the bus from school, going to my cousin's house because he had Cartoon Network, I didn't, and
Right.
I would stay at his house until my dad got home from work,
Mhm.
to watch Toonami, and we'd watch Dragon Ball, and yeah.
No, it was
Yeah.
it was hype. But like those promos they did, it was hype. Or like exactly, Santa Celine said in the chat, that whole thing, I remember being there April 1st, 2012, when instead of playing The
Yeah.
Room for 24 hours, where they always used to do this, they used to play The Room for 24 hours. They decided to play Toonami like on Saturday, like the actual run with Toonami. I was like, shut the fuck up. Is this I like double checked. I was like, is this actually happening? What the fuck? And it was like they played DBZ, Yu Yu Hakusho, all that shit. I was like, this is the hypest fucking thing ever. And then they were like, oh, by the way, Toonami's coming back. And I was like, oh, that is cool. I don't watch it anymore, but it's hype as fuck because it's just like streaming and stuff like that. But it's still just super, super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but there was a block. It was like at 3:30. It was Sailor Moon, followed by 4 o'clock. It was Hamtaro or something like that. I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah.
And I was like, right after I got off of school.
Right.
That block was my fucking jam, dude. Every
Yeah.
day.
That shit was hype. And then they started playing like Rurouni Kenshin and like Cyborgs there. And oh god, it was so cool. Like
Yeah.
Someone came into the chat like, Katrina, have y'all watched Turning Red yet? No, we haven't. Damn.
Just so you know, you can watch our opinions like earlier in the stream. This stream's gonna be up, so you can go backwards and see when we talk about it.
No, it's gonna be Turning Red, not Pixar's up.
But Deli18, last super chat here says unpopular opinions with daylight savings. I don't think it's an unpopular opinion because it seems like a popular opinion now. Where it's like just leave it the way it is right now. Like,
but I like having it be light around 7 p.m. still. I don't know, I like it because I don't know, like I didn't realize daylight savings happened the night of, because like I remember I woke up and it was like 10 a.m. I was like, oh fuck, I overslept, and then I was like, oh shit, no, I have to whatever, like I have to get something done. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I just it is what it is. Like, I don't like when it gets dark around 5. I'll just say that. I don't like when it gets dark around 5. Yeah.
I can't even remember which one we're in right now because there's two different,
Yeah, we're in the one where it's spring forward, so we have more day. We have more daylight
two names,
now.
Though.
Yeah,
there's like EST and EDT, Eastern Daylight Time and Eastern Standard Time. I forget which one we're in right now, the one that we just went into. But like, pick the one that's better. I know that's gonna be a hard fight.
Yeah,
but pick the one that's better, and then get rid of daylight saving time.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to like in the winter to go back to like, oh yeah, now it's gonna get darker earlier. Like, why? Like,
Why?
It's
Yeah,
it's
like that's
winter.
why people get sad. Yeah, that's why people get.
Why do we do that in winter?
Yeah, I hate that. I really do hate
Fuck
that.
you, Benjamin Franklin.
Right. Mm.
Arizona doesn't have daylight saving time. My friend moved to Arizona. He's just like, yeah, the time's the same for me. I was like, why? This is so dumb. Because I can't remember why. It had a purpose for like farmers or some shit. I don't remember anymore. But like,
It's because we used to use candles.
It doesn't matter. It apparently doesn't matter anymore. I don't know the nitty gritties of it, but if it doesn't matter anymore, then fucking stop it. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, this comes up every time daylight savings happens, whether in the spring or in the fall, and then everybody forgets it. So
Yeah.
like, so
you'll
nothing,
forget about
so
it. in,
nothing
like,
is
a
ever
couple
done
weeks.
about it.
Yeah.
All right, that was the last question. So next podcast will be on the 28th.
40 minutes shorter, and on 28th, yes.
Yeah, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a shorter show next time. We had a lot to go over. We had a lot to say about Turning Red and the Batman.
Turning Red.
Yeah, so
Bat.
So yeah, and again, we're gonna be at Momocon in May. I'll be sure to tell you guys more about panels when we get those figured out. But yeah, here's here was the announcement on this show that we're gonna be there. So hopefully to see you there. You got like 2.5 months to get a ticket or get things sorted out before that happens. So yeah, we'll see you in the next podcast. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.